And we're back here once again with another episode of the MSK show, and this is going to be episode 221. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week that is ahead of you. And I know you guys are probably wondering, why do you have Gray Poupée and Lunchbox Warren on a panel show right now with yourself and Professor Savage Dad? So there's a little bit of a context to that, and there's actually a little story. So yesterday, when I did my one-on-one with Laps Comic Fan, he was like, "Where's Lunchbox Warren?" And I was like, "He's on the panel show with me and Gray on Wednesday." And then, as you guys know, me and Professor Savage Dad would do our show, which is like 6 or 7 p.m. PST, mostly every Wednesday, barring, if he has to go to work or whatever, right? There's like a week out of the month, sometimes he has to go to work. So what ended up happening was that okay, I'll say it this way. So Iron is not going to have the Rogues Gallery show today, okay? And then he asked Savage Dad to do it. So Savage Dad was going to go host Rogues Gallery, right? So we're going to have our show later on. So I was going to have the panel show with me, Gray, and Lunchbox and Laps then. But then all those plans ended up changing basically in the last 24 hours. So Laps can't be here because apparently he's on the East Coast where all those storms ended up happening, where it kind of knocked out everyone's power. He said he may not be able to make it tonight because basically, power goes on and off. So yeah, essentially, long story short, I rearranged the show that we do with Savage Chat and the one that we do apart from each other, basically flipping them, thinking that Laughs was going to be here, and then he's not actually. So that's kind of what ended up happening. But next week, me and Savage Dad on Wednesday around 7 p.m. PST, we're going to do a comic book review on Phenomenova issue number 1. That's Von Coleman's book. I can't wait to shit on that book for 8 hours straight. I'll do an MSK cast on it. I'm going to EFAP all of his content. Can't wait to tell some juicy stories about the Von Coleman. But next week, Phenomenova, issue number 1.
Do it in the theme of EVS and call it something like Newscast or something, since he's super extra racist lately. Ooh, no, you should call it urinal cast or crack cast or something. That's more in line with EVS.
If I had a show called Crackcast, being a black man, that would break the internet. Literally, the internet would be destroyed, honestly. So
all the more reason to do it. Let's go.
So next week,
sell themselves.
I'm just saying, next week, when I have that one-on-one show that I do with Laps every single Tuesday for the month, I am roasting that man to death. This man had me rearrange the shows that I've already planned for and did in advance to tell you guys what we're going to do. And then I ended up moving everything to get it right where he wants it to be. He's like, I want to have a panel show again. I like talking to those guys. Then he's not even here. See, every time the black man does something for the white man always lets him down. I
get it.
Good night. But
I was thinking of having a dentist appointment.
Oh, thank you. But yes, Gray wasn't here on Monday. He had to go do a fundraiser stream with another person, so he chose that person over me. So it's okay.
I mean, there's reasons.
Oh God. But yes, let's do intros, and then we'll just have some guys, basically dudes, chilling. We're gonna crack open a cold one and then just start talking to each other. And keep in mind, Warren also has Baby Yoda out, and he's just staring at us the whole time. Warren also said that he cannot talk to us unless he's high, because he can't do this sober.
I'm working on it.
I can understand that.
Oh God. So
yeah, I get it.
We'll start with Gray. How you doing, man?
Yeah, fantabulous. What can I say? All the members of my family that are dead are in the ground, so things are looking up. Good times. Nothing but sunny days from here on out. What can I say? My time of mourning is over. I'm moving on. So things are looking up, man. Good to be here. I couldn't find a dentist appointment for tonight, so I had to show up. But other than that, everything is going well.
Okay. So also, I heard from a little birdie, one of my sources, that you did a show or a collaboration video of some sorts with Laps Comic Fan too.
Not yet, but I plan on it. It would be great to, just go ahead and edge out the MSK and just just keep with the talent. I don't know, man. I haven't. The only time that I've collaborated with him was on your show. But I am looking to go ahead and edge out MSK in the future. We can make it just talent. It'll be great. So looking forward to that. But it hasn't.
Whenever you have Lapsed on your show, just make sure to always remind him that he loses to me in every single one of our conversations. He always just is like, MSK is the top G. I surrender. He's like Switzerland. He just surrenders. He just waves the white flag. So
yeah, I'm sure it'll come up.
Also, I do have another surprise guest joining later on tonight, actually. So if Laps doesn't end up showing up, because he never said he wasn't going to come, he said he may or may not be able to. I did have a backup plan already ready to go. But Lunchbox Warren is here, and I heard some good news, man. You're going to be a CG king. You're going to be EVS's right-hand man.
Yes,
Dude,
I cannot wait to make like $500,000 campaigns and then just never fulfill the books.
Right. Just
gaslight my fans and fucking tell people to fuck off and just drama farm all day. I'm excited.
Do you know something that I thought about, dude? When it comes to like how they operate, what's different from one of them operating off of other people's money than to welfare? Isn't like welfare the exact same thing?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's not the same, but it's like very similar.
They're entertainment. They're essentially, it's like the same thing. Like if you watch news and they've got like a Hannity or a Rachel Maddow, they just, all they are is just drama farmers. They just create drama and get super chats and make money off that. And it's just a waste. It's a waste of everybody's time. And it's just ugh. I don't like it at all. It's just ruined the hobby. It ruins social media.
Goodness gracious. I know. So this is something that ended up happening before, just I think a few days before we went to the Vegas meetup. Actually, someone in his camp clipped a part of a video that me and Savage Dad e-fapped from the Nerd Way. It's this like fat, ugly hobgoblin, fucking waste of a human being guy, where his video title was like Rippa versus a cult. And we like e-fapped it. And I think that must have been one of the worst YouTube videos I've ever seen. I've ever watched and listened to.
I did see that you made the big time and you were on the trash cast. I was all like, oh, MSK.
No, I'll be honest here. We did that video so long ago. I was like, damn, is that and I'll be honest here with everyone. I don't know if that video is still getting watched at all. I mean, YouTube would tell me, but if I factor in the main channel like this one, I have to kind of sign into another account to get to it. And it's one of those where like, hey, like I always tell people this. I'm always going to be someone that is always going to speak about how I feel. So if that, makes some people mad, that's awesome. I did my job, because I'm not ever someone that like minces the words. And like, he was like, I think he said something along the lines of like, I didn't like the way that MSK said this about retards. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't care at all. I literally
like that was further proof that they were just being SJWs about it. It's like, oh, I got butthurt. You like, they might as well have called it the R slur. Like I told you this. I told you this back when we did the video. I'm like, I don't know if this guy is retarded. I mean, I'm not going to apologize it for no matter what, but like the way he spoke, the cadence he had, he seemed mentally deficient. But he's here on the internet making videos, and personally, I don't believe in treating people different, even if they do have a mental deficiency. That guy wasn't coming at fans of the Rippaverse or anything else. Like, he was attacking them, and even if he was mentally deficient, in all honesty, out of respect, I should attack him in equal measure. Simply because if you treat people differently simply because of a mental deficiency, that's just
giving them a free pass to just be shit. Honestly,
I'm not going to treat him like that he didn't come out with his argument and his own ideas and his own thoughts and present them.
And I tagged him.
I'm going to attack them like anybody else. Simply because
I tagged that guy in every single reply, and he never replies to me because he knows that I would eviscerate this person if we talked face to face on a stream.
I don't even know. Like, what I want to know is what's the story that brought that nearly year-old video up? Well, and I think I know what it is. because that was the night that that EVS showed up in your chat.
Hey.
Oh, there he is. He does have power.
He does
Like I was saying,
have power.
that was the night EVS out of nowhere shows up in in MSK's chat over a year ago. EVS is in this crazy motherfucker's chat, like, give me the link. I want to come on.
Yeah.
And MSK's just like, nah. We didn't even engage with him in the chat.
Yeah.
MSK
That's why
no, I don't want
that's
him
why
on.
that's why I told people.
Moved on.
This is why I told people. This is not, I don't care who you are. This is the rules of the show. You ask for a link in the chat is a no-go. I haven't did that in fucking hell, God knows how long. It's something that I just don't do. If any one of you guys ask for a link in the chat, I would tell you no. Everyone gets the same treatment. Now, we were actually giving the Rippaverse, I think we're giving it some pretty fair criticism. We're like, hey, some of the stuff in here is not good. This needs to be improved. We weren't even doing anything like bad. I don't actually remember harshly criticizing anything. All we said was like, hey, the villains are just kind of like not good. He's just really happy.
Yeah, that was what, like, we went and took the points that he was trying to make and actually gave them some sort of coherent thought, because that guy was probably mentally challenged. And I told you, I felt mildly bad about doing it, but at the same time, like, I'm not going to treat the guy different. He came at somebody out of respect. If somebody's going to start an internet argument with you, directly with you, then you argue back. You know, you give them at least a minute of it until they become NPCs.
Because you had already muted this person. So this person...
Oh, dude, all of them are muted.
Yeah, so like...
So many of them are muted.
I was just going through my timeline on Twitter right when I got home, because there's like so many tweets that I have to look at because I'm a popular person. And
you're just so popular, MSK.
When he starts shit, I would not.
Oh, I bet that happens.
Sure. I'm not the king of trash talk for no reason.
I don't know popularity.
Like
what the
and this
fuck?
person was I guess they made fun of me for like okay, so we're on the West Coast. You guys are all three of you guys are on the East Coast. I've never heard the word carpetbagger in my entire life. Never heard of it. So I don't even know what
because you're not saying it correct.
Carpetbagger.
Oh,
it's a bag,
on the West
not
Coast.
a bag.
No one on the West Coast says that. You would never hear that from anyone in most of the states around here. Only you guys say that.
That's I can believe that. That is a legitimate criticism of the term, but
that is, like the first time I heard Top G and Riz Master. I don't think anybody ever says that except you.
That is probably very true.
So, I mean, I'll be completely honest here with everyone. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, so the video that he was showing, I never watched it. I hate watching this shit. But the video he was showing was over a year old. I thought it was like something recent.
What are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
We're talking about when MSK made it onto EVS's show.
I will say this. So okay, just
did you have like a giant tub of popcorn mixed with like cow parts in it and was like waiting outside? Here you go, dude.
No, dude, say this. That video was so old. I'm like, that's what I was saying. I want to know the story of how that came back. I mean,
it
maybe
must have got recommended to that person
note somewhere.
It must have got recommended to that person on their YouTube feed. Because they were,
I don't know.
Because remember on YouTube or like Google, whatever you commonly search up, it's just always going to get recommended to you. That's how strong and powerful
you have to remember.
Is.
You have to remember who you're dealing with too. These guys are just like the crazy woke ones. Like once they start fighting, they are going to go. Someone in his CG crew is going to go through your entire history and then send him an email or a link saying, "Hey, check out this video."
That was the thing, though. We hadn't even been in the middle of anything with anybody in a minute. Like, and again, I mean, I have 1,000 followers on X. Like, it's not a huge account, so I don't even know that I get noticed half the time when I go shit on them. And even moreover, I never see their shit. When MSK sent me the link to this, and I went in it, I posted a screen cap of it. It was just like this list of people I'd muted. I could see nothing still unless I wanted to go and say, view this. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll just leave. Like, I've clearly already muted every single person posting in this thread. I don't care. But we looked at it and it was that video. And I'm like, that video is over a fucking year old. I mean,
that's fucking weird.
Here, I'll go over the whole timeline right here. I'll show everyone the video. I'm not playing the video. So Here, the video was 11 months ago, so literally pretty much
So,
year old at this point. It had a lot of decent traction or whatever. And then this person with a Viper profile tags me and says, 2 ripitards can't pronounce words. And that's the most disingenuous way.
Kind of got a point, though.
That's technically
quack.
true. So this
very true. But we did actually pronounce carpetbagger correctly. We were making fun of the way it could be said. And
I've never heard of the word.
They thought that we didn't know how to pronounce the word, so they were like, "Oh, that's why they brought up Wikipedia."
Because you know what EVS
no,
said?
We went to look at
why don't you go look up this word? And he said, if I don't know how to pronounce the word, I'll look it up. Look, guys, I'm not shitting you. Literally,
he
in
didn't
the
even
video
know
did
what
that.
That's
video,
like the
look it up
minutia
there.
of the internet, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's like, no, dude, in the video, we actually pulled up the Wikipedia for carpetbagger.
Literally did it.
That I was not using the word correctly. It's like,
right.
dude, watch the whole fucking clip.
So, like that, the person takes a clip out of me mispronouncing words, and we literally, in the video, typed up both words and looked up the literal definition. But that's why I don't like when clips like that come out, because they don't present the whole context. They just don't.
Yeah.
And like, I guess he got mad at because his daughter is autistic. Keep in mind, I don't care. I'm never.
I mean, that's not your fault that his defunct semen made weird babies.
I'm not touching that.
Yeah,
I mean, I have an autistic kid.
Yeah,
like,
so I guess he got
can't
mad
help it.
that I called.
I can't help it.
So I guess
It
he got
happens.
mad that I called Nerdway a retard. I'm like, no, this person's a retard. This person has no talent. This person said, hey, if I made books, I could do better. Hasn't did it yet. Still, as of this moment of doing this specific episode,
that was what was so weird about it. That guy was so generic, so NPC. Like it was almost.
Right.
I mean, I felt bad for picking on him because he clearly didn't have a lot of his own thoughts. But
well, before you go, so if anyone says that we didn't look up the definitions of the words in the video,
yes, you said you
I
did.
know specifically that you didn't watch the video because we looked up the word carpetbagger. Because EVS said, hey, if I don't know how to pronounce a word, I look it up. This is just literally exactly what we did. And people say, well, did you look up the other one? Sure did.
Don't worry about it too much because the only people who believe EVS is his cult following.
Oh, yeah.
No one else believes anything he says. And if anything, you probably got followers from him talking shit about you.
I think
what brought this up?
Like,
what brought this whole...
It was random. It was literally just random. I was just scrolling through Twitter. And
no, I mean, it was Twitter.
Dude, I swear to God, I turned on my computer one day after I got off work. I was scrolling up. It was, I think, after we did our show. I was just scrolling up on Twitter, and he just tagged my name, and I'm like,
who?
Ivan. It was just EVS. He quote tweeted someone else that mentioned us, and I was like, what did we do? We don't talk to this guy, and it was an old.
Well, I remembered that.
That's crazy.
You got to remember though, that dude's weird, man.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
well, I remember the
weird.
night specifically, like I said before, because EVS actually showed up in MSK's chat that night. That's the only reason I really remember that show, is because I remember the night he showed up in MSK's chat and asked for a link to come on. He wanted to try to argue for this guy or some shit. I don't know, but we blew him off.
So the argument was over the Ripaverse?
Something about Ripaverse being a cult, even though he literally leads
that was his whole video.
It's like, if you want to, I don't argue people's stuff is cult because I feel like that's dumb anyway. Everyone is cultish in their own way to something. If you really boil it down,
I mean,
you know,
doesn't a cult have a guy a very flamboyant leader,
charismatic leader, something like that.
Yeah,
draws you to
behind pizza places.
Yeah, has really good batches of Kool-Aid. Apparently, just stuff like that. I mean, I don't know. That just sounds ridiculous.
What is this, Ezale from Friday? What?
I mean, it's Ethan Van Sciver is just, I think the dude has been, ever since he got dropped off the face of the earth, he's been looking for anything. I mean,
do you know what he really got mad at? I think.
Remember, his streams that were 6 hours long of him just
they're still 8 hours long now.
he'll be eating a sandwich, and then he'll place the sandwich right here on his stomach, and then eat other stuff. And there's a sandwich there. I forgot about that sandwich.
What he's secretly mad at is that Jeff Johns gets all the credit for their Green Lantern run. Because everyone only talks about Jeff Johns' writing in the story. They don't really the art is complimented. It's art's very good.
People talk about Ivan Reese just because he's I think. Don't get me wrong. EVS's art was fantastic. It was great. It was. And I think it's just like that it was the, you know, his art was on the most, it's Savage Dad and me talked about it. His art was on the most controversial of those books. It was the rebirth. You know, those 6 issues that you like I said, with Jeff Johns, he loves that Silver Age stuff. So you either love what he does, you know, like bringing back, like he'll just forget all this stuff. Where some guys might go, this is what happened with this guy, and this is why Hal Jordan's back. No, he was just like, Hal Jordan's back. Where's everybody else? Who the fuck knows? So, and it was that. So I understand where, when we were talking about where he's coming from, I still love the stuff, but I totally understand.
Oh, it's Savage Dad. He's an old boomer. He doesn't get it with the kid like these days.
No, it made sense. I watched, but I understand. Like I've read enough Jeff Johns. Like it's the same thing. I like his Flash run, right? But it's the same thing. Yeah. It's literally the same thing he did there. So I mean, I get it.
Yeah, it was the same kind of thing. Well, so and that's the thing. Like EVS was great. But today, I firmly believe that he cannot draw anymore. Back when he had a stroke that nobody wants to remember or call a stroke, it was his hospital visit. He was there most of the week. He had a stroke.
Right. And hasn't he,
his
like,
size and his age,
not put out anything forever, or like been trying to?
He has not put out anything since then. He hasn't. I'm not saying he can't draw at all. I'm saying like it's going to come in spurts. Like when my father had his first stroke, his hands went to shit. He never had like surgeon's hands or anything like that anyways beforehand. But what likely happened to EVS is like he went from being able to have a strong, steady hand, from all of those years with the boys. And I don't think he can draw for maybe more than an hour at best. Like who knows? Like you see it comes in spurts when he shows us new Rainbow the Brute stuff and he posts it. And it's been a minute since he's done that.
I mean, I think if he could, he would. Like he would. Like it's just like the same thing. Like when you read something like with Jason Fabok, like it's awesome art, but it's going to take forever. Yeah. But guess what? He still does it. That's the thing. Like it still comes out.
And even if he is 100% healthy, it has to take him at least, I would imagine, with the level of detail and skill he puts into it, or level he puts into the page, at least 10, 12 hours to finish a page. So you're talking about, probably. In a daytime period where he's trash casting and, damn near every day for 4 to 5 hours, all the other stuff he's got going on, even if he was 100% healthy, where does he, it's going to take him 3 or 4 days just to finish the page if he makes sure he has time to do it. So, part of me, it's either health or also too, there's this thing with artists, if you get to a point where you don't want to do it anymore, you're not into the story anymore, it's really hard to get sitting down at that table.
Yep. Or, if you factor in how long someone like he's been doing it, given how fat he is and how retarded he is, I imagine the brain has no cells in that thing anymore. There's no blood pumping in that shit. But like, I kind of look at it on the same level like Grant Gustin, RDJ, if you've been playing a superhero that long, you just really, even though you might love the character, you just don't want to do it anymore. It's just, But before we go, we have to finish up intros. We did Greg.
He's Warren. Not doing this no more. That ain't happening.
No. And I hate when they held the lanterns. No. Why did they do that? That was gay.
Well, I don't think that, in all honesty, I think it's deteriorated so much that if he was lucky, he could maybe hold his pen still enough to draw a panel
without eating it.
I bet he's got maybe 30 minutes of ability in him if he has it at all. I think he's probably so far deteriorated because he's let himself go so fucking much. His health overall, he doesn't exercise, he doesn't diet, he doesn't do anything. So everything that he had is falling apart in his 60s. But this is let me turn off that spam filter. Sometimes this pisses me off. I need to move my dock cam back over here. I know the mic's in the way. No, I need to move my dock cam back over here, but like,
oh shit,
just like this shit.
Yeah,
this is pre.
It's the Kyle Rayner compendium, right?
This was Fred Haynes. Like, dude, this is on par. This is who EVS wishes he was But I mean, other than Blackest Night, that's all he has. And that's the thing. Like his run won't be as. Other than Blackest Night, nobody's got anything else to say about.
He had the Flash Rebirth stuff, right? Didn't he do that?
Yeah,
He did that for a little bit.
He did the Flash Rebirth as well, but like he's got the Flash Rebirth. Like he didn't draw the Flash though. He had a little bit of time with Batman, and he had Blackest Night. But then you look at like the people who worked on stuff like post Infinite Crisis in Green Lantern's era. There was such great like the 90s art in Green Lantern on that old newsprint paper, dude. That shit peeled off the page, man. It looked so gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Yeah, some of the best art. That was, I mean,
everything. If everything going from like Death of Superman to
dude, I was
probably
just
like
saying that like
2 years after like that whole entire run of Green Lantern during that time with the Eradicator and everybody, like that was some of the best.
Like
some of the best
art,
stuff.
even in Death of Superman. There's a page in here that always just pops off for me. This is a first printing of the trade of the Return of Superman. God, it smells so good. I love the way this smells. Oh
That's
yeah,
usually
here we
when
go.
I smell my wife's underwear. Huh? Crazy. But
that's what it
last comic
this stuff, dude.
Laps.
Yeah,
I know you had a
real.
crazy day. So how was your day actually going?
Shit.
Like last night we had a massive storm and like
I did hear about that. Yeah,
80% of my city lost its power.
Jesus
and then
Christ.
Ours, like mine stayed on, but then the power company came up here and like one of the substations is up here and they were wondering why like we had power, but the people connected to the same substation did not. So they were like, look, your power is going to be off for a little while. We have to figure this out. So
oh jeez.
I said, thanks. And you know what the best part was? It happened like right about an hour left in my job for the day. So they couldn't come earlier, you know, like, yeah. So other than that, honestly, like I like I said, I don't really do much. I just kind of work, read comics, play video games.
Yeah. I went out of my way to rearrange my show days stuff for you, and I'm glad you could be here, white man.
Oh,
you know,
for me.
You asked. He's like, "Where's Lunchbox Warren?" And I'm like,
I
literally said that word for word. He said that.
No,
Where's
I
Lunchbox
said
Warren?
What I said was because he always puts words in my mouth. Like this is what he does. I said, he said, "Do you want to be on a panel show?" And I said, yeah, sure. Who's all going to be on? And he said, who? And I said, is Lunchbox Warren going to be on? Because the other night in the chat, me and him were talking, said, hey, we should get together and do something. That is literally what I said.
Oh, my goodness. I stopped my show with Savage Jack to give you a panel show today, and you can't just thank the black man. It's okay. It's okay. I'm white anyway.
All right.
It's all good, Laps. I know how overdramatic he is, so it's fine.
I will definitely thank the black guy. Thanks, Gray. Thanks for setting this up for us.
Oh my God.
You're awesome, Gray.
God.
Thanks, buddy.
God, man.
Good job, Gray.
It's okay. It's okay, Graham. It's okay. It's all good. But
Thanks,
all right,
guys. Yeah, thanks, guys.
I'm
you
so
doing,
tilted. I'm doing great, man. Savage
No, not you. How you doing, Gray?
Good Lord.
So much better now after the treatment of MSK. Very deserved. But
shit. Well, wasn't that a gruesome movie? All right, Savage Dad, how was your day? How's your new job been?
Not that new, but pretty good. I got this going.
It never happened.
This new clip on the soundboard.
That's crazy. That's insane.
False.
The soundboard. God.
Added some great clips. Thank you, WZ. I appreciate the inspiration.
Why don't you make content for your YouTube channel? Why don't you put your dad build stuff on your YouTube channel? You're doing stuff on Rumble, and that platform
because YouTube would completely nuke the stream for the music. So fuck YouTube.
Just take it off.
And then it's just a 3D printer. It's not as cool.
Oh
it's
my
way
God.
cool when I've got some Gundam themed JRPG music playing along with the print of the RX-78 head I'm working on.
Does Rumble not care about music.
Rumble doesn't care
all,
about anything.
As
Oh,
long
no.
as it's transformational.
Just as the only way to get banned on Rumble is if you literally just went out there and started like asking for the genocide of Jewish people. Unless you're not doing that, then nothing's bad's gonna happen. But there's a caveat to that. Rumble's platform has literally a 10th of YouTube's audience, so your stuff just not getting shown to
well,
anybody.
I live stream on
care about
TikTok,
making
and
money.
they don't care about music on there either.
Yeah.
So I'll play whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, it's also because it's a 3D printer stream. So I just let the camera in my 3D printer do the heavy lifting while I go to bed.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Hey, that's smart.
You know what?
I'm abusing the I need runtime. I need hours watched. And if I leave those things going, I left one going for 12 hours.
if people are gonna watch women cover their microphone and do this to it, then why don't they watch 3D printing?
And you know what? And
it's like
I was
ASMR.
playing
Oh
I
my
was
god,
playing
man.
Gundam soundtrack J-pop music along with the 3D printing. So it was thematic.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Dude, I actually got like 200 views on the stupid stream of just 3D printer going. And
There's
I do
a bunch of
usually
people on
when-
TikTok that do that, where it's
Yeah.
just playing, a camera. One
speaking
guy
of
just
chicken
mounted a
bubble.
camera
Yeah.
on his automatic lawnmower, so it just his lawnmower just goes around and hits stuff, and then he just films it. And he gets like 1,000 viewers.
It can be interesting to watch if something catastrophic happens. And I usually do at least an hour or so when I come in to set up. I'll show what the previous part of the print was done. I'll talk about what I'm doing in the slicer to get everything set up. I'll talk about the material I'm using, some of the failures I've encountered. I'll usually get about a half hour to an hour of prep work stream, and then I dump the stream over to the PC I have in the garage for the 3D printer, and I let the stream run from there, and I let my main PC be free of everything else to do.
Oh, just want to say, speaking of TikTok apparently just took over being a bigger live streaming platform than Twitch. That's crazy. They posted the updated stream charts for the highest viewed streaming websites: YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. And then it's Kick. That's crazy.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, Twitch is trash, man. I don't know why people still stream over there. It's actually awful. There's no algorithm. You can't grow unless you literally get butt naked and start doing like tub streams.
And
like,
yeah, you'd be better off doing it on Rumble than on Twitch, I think.
On TikTok, I've noticed there is a really organic growth on there.
Yeah, there
is.
There
Slowed down for
is.
me, but it picked up real quick for a while. And I've done live streams where I've had as many as 900 people come through while I'm on the stream. Like, some of them are like only there for a half second.
Algorithm. TikTok has the algorithm that YouTube had before the whole PewDiePie incident. So you can just randomly hit it big if you need.
Yeah.
Twitch doesn't have that. Twitch, literally, you have to hopefully maybe get like raids from other people. That's how you grow. It's like, because on Twitch, the platform's still so bad. Having 3 average viewers is considered like better than 70% of people on the platform. That's awful. That's really bad. Like,
I get more than that on Rumble when my 3D printer gets more than that.
Oh my god. Like, yeah, Twitch is that platform's trash. So like that's the reason why I put my content on Rumble. I don't like it much better, but at least content doesn't expire, and at least there is an audience over there that does watch it. Like, I see the analytics. There are people that watch it over there. On Twitch, there's no one that watched it. And I was like, why am I putting content on here if no one's watching it? It's wasting my time, you know? It's literally just the Twitch has emotes better. Twitch has the best emotes by far. There's the best, but
it's 3D printer.
Oh shit! I didn't have the chat up. Damn it! Hold up. Now I gotta see.
Wow.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's go. Did somebody ask me to 3D print MSK? I might have the correct colors to do
MSK.
so. Let's see.
You should highlight the one above that, though, MSK.
Blue-eyed Scorpio, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Every word you whisper. Oh, there we go. WZ is in the chat. Dick could be the leader. No. 3D printer MSK. I should 3D print an MSK WZ.
I heavily disagree with WC's assessment. I am way more entertaining than a machine that just prints
So here's a
items.
question, MSK. Did you finally open that giant haul that you got?
I'm gonna do it after this.
Oh my god!
Okay, hold on.
Oh,
Don't.
come on!
He
It's
hasn't
not
even
like-
installed his computer yet, Laps.
Okay. First of all, I will tackle each of these allegations because you guys are fake news. Trump was right about CNN, and you're both CNN. He's CNN, and you're MSNBC. So yesterday I did a comic haul, and then I'm gonna do one later on tonight after this is over because when I got off way later than I thought I was. So when I get off the show within about an hour,
Be a doctor about that.
I know how hard like doing this is.
Dude, did you find Yaira 2 yet and read it? I finished.
I found
Yaira
Great War of
2.
Separation 2. I found that one.
I read that as well. I'm on Devoid Rivals. I've long since read Phenomenova already.
Oh God! So after the show tonight, I'm gonna do another
review.
I'm gonna do another comic book haul after this episode tonight. I literally just got off work, rested for like an hour, and then we started doing the show. I got off way later than I thought I was. If I got off work earlier, I would have already did the second haul and I already have it ready. But no, by next week, we're gonna do a comic book review on Summer of Superman, and then we're gonna do Phenomenova for Wednesday. So they'll be here. Don't worry. I don't lie. I am not like my dad. I am here for you guys.
Well,
I'm here to make sure you're happy.
we did that end of March, April Hush 2 event that we planned so well.
To be fair,
really
technically speaking,
off.
Hush 2's not over yet. We still have time.
No, I know, but we were supposed to be reviewing it in live. Oh, that's fan. I actually
was that the trade? The trade?
Yes, this is the trade of Superman for all seasons. It's like
that's what Jeff Loeb,
on Amazon right now.
Yeah, I bought that
this
one.
Is the Jeff Loeb, Tim Sale Superman story. I don't know if I've ever read this. I might have floppies of it, but I've forgotten it. So I'm ready to read
it. It is
$15 on Amazon.
Yeah, we should do that one for Summer of Superman. Yeah,
you should. Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale's stuff, all of it. The Daredevil yellow, the Hulk gray, the Spider-Man blue, all of the DC. Jeff Loeb is the man Mark Waid always wished he was, but never.
No, yes. 100%. I agree with that assessment.
Had the occasional good story point, but he could never be Jeff Loeb. He just rode on his coattails constantly.
Eventually,
he was
it
never
will all be unboxed. Good Lord.
I thought that TV was new, WZ. I just totally thought that he just got that TV today. Bro.
I have to buy a new shelf. I have to buy a new
before.
shelf because after the second haul that I'm going to do later on tonight
TVs
after the
don't go
show,
on shelves.
I have to get a new shelf. That one's full. Both of them are full.
Well, we discovered this last night, Savage Dad. He uses shelves for his bed because I had made the comment about the bed, and he said, "Well, I need a new shelf." What?
You're right. That makes all the sense in the world. That's why we see shelves in there and not a bed anywhere. As far as
the system of pulleys and levers.
I'm not racist. I have a black shelf, but that one's for like floppies that I have over there. So I need one more. So you guys are gonna see another shelf in that area, and everything's gonna be hooked up. When you guys see the finished product,
what are you gonna do with
like,
the TV? Wow. Are you gonna just throw the TV?
I will answer that right now.
There?
Everything that you guys see back there is gonna be utilized. It's just gonna take some time.
Okay.
Just don't rush.
It's been there for 5 years.
I'm like TVS. You can't rush quality.
So when you watch stuff, do you watch it on your computer?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That TV's in that box.
I feel bad because I have a shed that I bought at Costco sitting out back for like 2 months. MSK has had a fucking TV on his floor for like 2 years. That's a 720p television, people. I don't think you can use it with a cable box anymore.
It's 1080p. It said 4K. What is it? I don't even know what it says on there anymore. I bought it for like $150.
It says 720p is what it says.
Oh my!
He bought that at Black Friday before the pandemic.
I bought it at Walmart for like $120. I think I did.
Exactly.
Oh my God!
That
Don't
box
worry.
has COVID in it still.
I have plans for everything you guys see. Just take time to build a kingdom.
COVID and monkeypox.
MSK. Let me give you some advice that I have learned in the past few months is, you have to actually make that time out of something, but you do nothing but stream. So none of that will ever happen until you take a night off.
Taking a night off is for losers and maggots take out the M with the F. That's what I really meant. But YouTube censors.
You will
And-
never get that TV on the wall if you don't take the time to do it.
No. I don't actually
Streaming
want
every night means you don't have time.
I actually don't want it on the wall. I want it on a TV stand. That's how I grew up. That's how I like my TVs.
You got to buy a
stand.
TV stand.
I have to get.
He's gonna buy one of those old wooden TVs and put another TV on top of it.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, he'll be a retro gamer, but really retro. It'll just be
Oh
like
my
a
God,
camera
man.
and a painter's light pointing over the side of the TV with him, and just him playing a Retron.
God. But don't worry. Everything that I've told you guys that I want to do, I am planning on doing. I'm working on it. It just takes some
Someday.
time.
But he's
Rome
gonna
wasn't
stream
built in a
over
day.
all of those things.
You know,
He's
like
gonna stream
Yes,
over
but my
every
living
single
room
one of
was
those things.
finished in 2.
yes, Alexander the Great
know,
didn't
like-
conquer Greece in a week. It took months from to conquer Greece. Okay.
The only Greece MSK is conquering is some fucking chicken wings.
I don't know if he's conquered it.
See, this is why I don't want to chill with the boys, because then I have to carry the show for the entertainment value of it. Oh my God, man.
Exactly. Well, that's what we're
Yes.
doing.
You guys got to do
Yeah,
your
making
job,
fun
man.
of you is the entertainment value of it.
Yeah,
I was
look
like,
at
hey.
the chat. Miss Sparkles is blowing up. She's like, he's ghetto. Who is Miss Sparkles exactly?
She's a white lady.
Is she? But he could get a couch first before the nightstand. That's
I
true.
have
He
a
could even
I have a
he doesn't have
couch. What do you think I
couch.
read the comic
He
books?
doesn't have a bed. Oh, so so he's a couch but not a bed.
I
You've
have a
established that
bed.
before, I
Oh my
think.
God, you guys are
He
insane.
just pulls
man.
out like a sock drawer. And
Oh,
then there's,
hey,
like a
it's
pillow
my
in
my
there.
friend
God.
MSK.
Who
God,
let
man.
the underage child in the room?
Yeah, it's so funny.
Okay, this is not an R. Kelly party.
Technically, MSK owns the room, so
I do pay the monthly bill to have this happen. You know, StreamYard.
What
kinda
is up,
fucks me every
Vaughn?
day. How you doing, Vaughn?
I'm doing well, man. Doing well.
Did you start Phenomenova issue 3, take 10K in donations and never fulfill your book? Like some
No,
fat
I haven't
fucking-
started it. I haven't started. Dude, I'm gonna have to make fucking money for 3. Like,
Is it
just
that
for the
bad?
production. If dude, printing costs, I got my cost for 2, and I was like, oh no.
Got it.
It's-
Well, I
it's
mean, I hope
bad.
you're at least I'm hoping that you're
But-
at least covering the costs with shit. So
Yeah. Dude, no, I mean, I'm covering I'm not, like the campaign.
This is not
if-
James. This is
Like,
Vaughn.
let's say, for instance, I were to miscalculate in the campaign, and I'd have to work harder at my job, or find a way to pay. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not the customer. I'm not going to launch. All right, the shipping campaign.
no, Vaughn, you're not learning the correct lesson. What
Oh.
you do is you launch the campaign for issue 4 2 months
Right,
later
yeah.
to pay for the extra on
Issue 3.
Come on. There's
Oh.
already an established way to do this. This
Oh,
professional.
I
You
have-
gotta trust the process.
Vaughn, you sound a little weird. Are you talking to your mic?
This is bad. Hold on, let me move it closer. Anybody, how's it going? Is this bad?
Yeah, you're good now. Okay.
You just we hear you talking to your
I
mic.
grabbed the same
over
one
to the
Savage
side of
did.
it.
Oh, I've heard that's really good.
Oh hell yeah!
No, but yeah, issue 3 is I got 3 covers being worked on. The script
Okay.
is solid.
Wait a minute. You're actively doing work on your books and not just taking money and just doing nothing with it? That's fucking crazy, man.
Dude,
Stop
I
the
was
press.
writing a short story, and when I was had downtime at work, I was writing
Okay.
a short story in addition to that. So I mean, I've got multiple
Well, that's right.
projects in the works. If I had the money to do all of it, we'd get at least 3 books out this year. But
Do you know someone you could also hire for art on your books is this guy right here on the show who also does his own stuff.
Oh, you do your own art?
Yeah, I've got my own comic book series as well as a one shot that I did and more stuff coming down the line. But yeah, I do
Right.
interior pages and the whole deal.
Nice.
I give him $20. He's black. They work for cheap.
Everything about what you said is stupid.
I'm just saying,
I
like,
don't even know where to start.
it's like when they go into Shark Tank. I'm saying I'm like the guy going into Shark Tank and being like, I want 5% for 20K. I'm
Did you-
lowballing hard as fuck.
Dude,
That's what I'm doing.
$20 for the whole book?
I live in Washington State, not Zimbabwe. I can't do a book for $20.
Dude, that's I think even a slave would be like, Man, I'm better than this.
Good Lord. Yeah. Warren is like, I have to get high in order to talk to MSK. That hurt my feelings. Oh my God.
No, I
mean,
said I
that's
have to get
just-
high to talk to
that-
anybody.
That's just, that's a given. I mean, I've
Yeah,
thought about
Yeah, I
it.
get it.
I haven't done
Also
any
get
drugs in
drunk.
12 years.
Yeah. He has to get high to talk to anybody, but he's got to get high and drunk. MSK.
Understandable.
Holy fucking shit. Well, I'm glad everyone had a good day.
How is
You
fulfillment
didn't ask
going
Gray
on
how
number
his
2,
day
Lon?
was.
I did.
It was
Avoiding
it's going.
Gray.
So all the digitals are out, and then
How dare you?
they basically were like halfway through a thing too, but then there was like a thing on their end. It should have been out this month, so it was 2. They messed up twice at the printer.
Again?
No. It's
Oh.
fine now. But then
Okay.
the fulfillment
remember
they ran out of Gemini mailers, so they're like, I think hang on, let me check actually, because transparency, I like to tell you guys where we're at. Because I actually, let's see. 135 out of 230 orders packed up.
No, nice. Cool.
So
I'm looking
they
forward
ran
to
out of
my
Gemini
shipping label.
mailers. Yeah. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it would be in.
Using a Kickstarter, Indiegogo, or
I think I'm gonna switch. I use Fund My Comic, Kickstarter, and Indiegogo. I think I'm gonna use primarily Kickstarter next time. Actually,
Kickstarter has the biggest comic book audience.
that's why I think I'm gonna do it. And I also just think it's a great. It's easier for fulfillment because they have thing. My goal is I think I might run a shorter campaign for 3. And then I'll have it like kind of open, but I find that when people go, oh, it's closing, or oh, it's opening, those are going to get the biggest flood. So I think I want to run a shorter campaign for 3. So that way, I could get out of my hair. I get out of your hair. I'm doing the work. Now I have, and that's that. And then whatever money I could squeeze out of it will just be from the fucking books that I printed, or I'll just print new ones.
You could always start that OnlyFans.
That would be my last resort.
That would
OnlyFans
still
to
be-
promote my all ages comic book. That'll.
That would still be more effort than most of Comicsgate does when they're late on their books or out of money. So,
Like, I imagine EVS giving a rim job to John Malin when they met
Jesus
at each
Christ.
other.
But
Why
I
do you
do
keep
have,
imagining that, though?
So to change subjects to get that visual out of my head.
So it's like,
What
an imagination you have,
I
MS.
do
Dave.
have
What an
a book
imagination.
that I'm an editor on that's on Kickstarter right now. We're about if is it all right if I promote it?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
A white person taking over a black man's show. I love it. I love it a lot.
You should
Improvement.
definitely promote it to all 3 people who watch the show.
All right, for all 3 of you. So Purity.
I'll post a link on my 3D print stream. We'll definitely get some more views.
Based.
So Purity is I put the link in the private chat too. Purity is a bad girl book. Like, it's basically set so it starts with the Salem witch trials. It's this girl who's framed during the same Salem witch trials by her actual witch sister, and she spent hundreds of years in hell, and now she's escaped into a cyberpunk future and is being hunted by Satan's minions while trying to find her witch sister, who is still alive because of magic. So we're on issue 3 now. Nick is a hardworking guy. I've already read the script for 4. 3 is pretty much done. So as long as this gets funded, we're gonna head on right to the next one. So
Chick looks hot.
yeah, man, he
yeah.
does great stuff. He may or may not be doing some. I think I'm gonna have, because he's a colorist by trade. He's done work for Dynamite. He's done work for all kinds of stuff. I think I'm gonna have him.
His colors are really good.
Yeah, he's colored. So the Estrella cover with Phenomenova, where she's holding the thing. He colored that cover. He colored a couple things for Phenomenova, and he may or may not be coloring Theo and I's book. I can fix her.
Yeah, I know Nick Capone myself, but yeah, he's a dependable, hardworking. He's got good art too.
Yeah, Nick's a great guy. He's a good. I'm going to be hanging out with him this weekend.
Cool.
We've got plenty of work together. Yeah, Nick and I are going to keep working together. But yeah, this is a solid book. It's only you can catch up on the whole series for just $10. digital.
Damn.
$10.
Not bad.
And it's got titties. I mean, come on. I will, I'll go as far as say you don't like women if you don't back this book. That's all I'm going to say.
I had sex with a girl last night.
I
good.
don't believe you. I do
Oh wait,
not
hold
believe you.
on, everybody, hold on.
It never happened.
Dude,
MSK, post the link in your chat if you don't mind, baby.
I had my tongue all in this girl's ass last night, and she loved it.
I don't believe you.
Dude, we could have ran a threesome on that hoe in fucking Vegas if we wanted to.
You just said
Wait,
last
which
night.
one?
Yeah, the time
both
out.
had
The
strippers.
story does not make sense. You said this
That girl that you had, this
hold
stripper,
on,
right?
Let me finish explaining why what you said is retarded. Because we're already on to the next thing, and we can
All
analyze
right.
the next sentence you say next. He said, you just had your tongue in a girl's ass last night, correct?
I think
You
so.
were not. I'm gonna ignore that.
He doesn't know if it was a woman. He wasn't really looking.
So then you said you could have been there, and then you referred to Vegas. Now there are multiple layers of retardation to break down here. So
right.
for starters, you're not in Las Vegas, correct?
Not right now, currently.
Right. So how the fuck would you be fucking a girl in Vegas last night?
I said, hypothetically speaking, we could
No,
have
you did not say that.
Oh
You
my
did
God.
not say that. You did not. No, now you're just covering your tracks because you had something stupid. Now let's continue the analysis.
That's what Diddy's
Then
doing
you
right
said-
now.
then
Cover
you
his
said-
tracks.
Then you said, Vaughn, you and I could be doing it. I am in New Jersey.
Are you a Guido? Are you from
what is-
Jersey Shore?
comic
shit.
stat.
I am from the New Jersey Shore, actually. I'm not even
Comic
kidding. I'm
Dad.
actually
That's
literally
crazy.
from the Jersey Shore.
Oh, God. Give me 1 second. MSK. Oh, that's Laps, that cloud chasing bastard. That guy is one of the biggest cloud chasers
You
of all
call
time.
me a cloud chaser.
I don't know how I'm chasing clout. I show up here. Like,
Oh, God.
Yeah, this
exactly.
is
Like-
where this
Hey,
is where I
everybody,
go when I've hit rock bottom.
This is
Speaking
where
of
clout
clout-
goes to die.
Speaking of the person with the most clout, Gray, what's your week been like, man?
I think he went to have sex with his wife or something.
Why is it always all right? Not even.
He's married. He said this man's wild. I feel like when he's not talking, this wife's banging this dude.
Yeah, I think Gray disappeared.
Keep in mind, wait a minute, hold on.
He
Me,
went off.
Vaughn, and so there's 3 bachelors and we have 3 married guys here.
we're not hooking up, MSK.
Oh
Just
my
stop.
God.
Just stop
Or,
it.
or,
Gray
or
already
having
not
a
happening.
three-way.
Married.
This-
Gray already
Let's
said
put it
that
this
he's
way,
married.
MSK. MSK, I love you, but if I were to either go my whole life never having sex with another woman, or I have to do a threesome with you involved, I would just abstain from sex. No question.
What do you think my life is now? I'm not sex. That's for fucking losers.
You just said, all right.
Black people lie, man. Look at the crime statistics. Black people are the worst race in America. That's just facts.
Oh
Doesn't matter.
my God.
But hey, Trump has the most black males voting for him for any Republican in history. But that is true.
Like, do you like?
Yes.
Wow, we have an all-star lineup
I'm
tonight.
looking
and
at the
MSK.
hair meter, but it hasn't even appeared. Like, I
Why
don't,
am I not? Wait a minute.
I don't
Wait
even
a
know
minute.
where
Oh,
to look
Gray-
anymore.
This is
Good
Welcome
Lord.
back, Gray.
MSK femboys don't count. Okay, I'm talking about women. I have sex with real women. They have vaginas, not dicks. Okay,
In the dark, how
Yeah.
do you know?
They,
in the dark.
they bring them in their backpack.
I can't.
Dude, Nick Sparkle's playing his comment so good. Like Nick Fuentes actually, like I think he's
He did
swinging
say
for
that,
the
yeah.
team. Yeah, no, he'll be like I think it's just he's a cult leader too. Like he's just
Yeah.
anyone
Fuentes
who's
is
not
really-
me is bad.
Comments, I ask you this, Vaughn. I gotta ask. Being a New Jersey born and bred myself, why are you still there? I got out when the getting was good.
I'm thinking about moving to Vegas, but honestly, the convention circuit has been really good in New Jersey. Like, I was at one last weekend. I met Dean Kane. That was awesome.
Lord.
And then
I lived in New Jersey for about 9 years.
but yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to make some money to get out. Honestly, I don't know where I'm gonna go, but I do like the convention circuit is really nice, man.
You
Just
going to
come out to
Vegas with
California.
everybody
We
else?
have great health care. We have low crime rates. We have a great governor. You know, It's not that bad unless you make
It's
like
terrible.
$3,000 a year. It's not bad. It's fucking awful. Oh, however bad you think it is, it's 10 times worse actually.
And
I'm
it's
not joking.
25 times worse in the place that MSK is actually in.
No, we have it bad. Ours is just drugs. We just have a bunch of meth heads over here. It's not that bad.
I mean,
We
you
have
could
people-
live with MSK. There's all that room.
Okay,
Yeah, he's got a whole.
You just have to bring a
extra
bed.
space there.
I have
He
a
doesn't
bed.
have enough Amazon
I
boxes.
could
for
bring
you.
some. I could have
He's
had.
got shelves.
I could
You
have
guys
had
have enough
this
shelves
60-year-old
for
woman.
your
The
legs.
60-year-old woman said she wanted me to get with her daughter, and I was like,
I don't
"Interesting."
believe this is the
And
problem.
that's
Is
no,
one day
Vaughn,
you'll
he has a
choose
girlfriend.
No, but
He does legitimately have a girlfriend.
this
I
is
think-
so
No,
strange.
she buys
don't-
him clothes.
She bought me
She
one
dresses
shirt.
Wait,
Well,
Well,
wait,
no,
I
wait.
can tell you
shit,
this. I can tell you this, and this is 100% true. When I was on the phone with MSK, there was 100% a woman yapping at him the entire time.
Was she saying
See?
good things?
I
or
don't
was she
believe
saying,
It's.
Which
I'm
is-
not lying.
She was
100.
doing some
Dude,
downward
I even said
motions to
on
me.
the phone, I was like, "Is that like
got
a
a
real
girlfriend.
woman, or is there someone trying to get
that
out of your
Alexa?
house?"
Like,
She
what is
actually-
that?
No, it's
heard
just
you-
nagging ASMR.
What's crazy is
it's just like the more I learn about you, the more like I
Just
just
pre-programmed
the less I know.
AI female
I'm just
voice.
pointing out she was doing some Glock 3000. That what the kids call it
Was
these
she a
days.
throat goat?
Every girl a
MSK
throat goat.
That's how MSK got those shirts, bro.
No, she was calling me retarded or something, but her brain is like a desert. There's nothing interactive in that shit. She's literally stupid.
So she's a
Like,
woman.
MSK doesn't
all
like
right.
him smart.
if she
He
took an
likes him
IQ test,
pliable.
she'd score a 10. I promise you. I'd score 200
Out of
because I'm a
10?
genius.
More
So you're
than
saying
you.
she's a 10?
So, I mean, that's
No.
If it's
MSK, you would not score. You would not score a 200. There's no.
I
fucking
score at
way.
least maybe 150.
Even MSK's sex doll is talking shit.
I'm like
to him.
Shikamaru from Naruto. I got a 200 IQ, and I'm always planning 3 moves ahead. I'm like Mamoru Uchiha.
Oh, dude,
I'm always
exactly.
planning. I always got plans in advance. You know.
I mean, I could believe that if like I believed you, but I don't. So there's that. I mean, I
What
never
the
know
hell's
what the
wrong
hell
with you
you're
guys?
talking about. So whatever planet you're from, I'm sure you're very smart.
I literally watch MSK stream to see his room. This is a house, but sure. To follow the development of his room is
It's
some
a-
of the best character development you'll ever see. What is this, an anime?
Definitely better
Wait,
character development than Cyberfrog or Godlike. I will give you that. No, dude,
Gotta go off camera.
Laps
to change some things
discovered
around.
Laps discovered that basically what happens is that MSK has a series of pulleys that like keeps all the books on his shelf, but lays it down 90 degrees on the floor so he can sleep on the shelves.
Yes.
That's
What?
his bed.
I figured he just
That's
pulled
the
out
bed.
like a sock drawer and there's a little
Or-
pillow and blanket there. Just curls up into it.
What is wrong with you guys? Have fan fiction written about my
There's
house?
shelves. There's shelves with hide-a-beds behind.
I mean,
them.
this stuff
He
writes
just
itself,
folds the
MSK, to be
bookshelf
honest.
I
mean,
didn't
you
do
know,
everyone has fan fictions about my house. It's just a normal house. I just you want to see my shower?
It's
Want
a
to see me
normal
put
house
my
with no
ass?
bed.
Why
What
why
normal
why
house
did it
has
go
a
there?
television?
Why did it go
Ever-
there?
Want me to start
You
streaming
know?
from my hot tub?
Do you
that I
want to
have in
see
my
my
house?
house? I could show you the shower and my asshole. What? What?
Like,
Why?
I'm just
MSK
saying,
is going to tell us
houses-
that his couch turns into a bed. He just moves the Amazon boxes on the back down to the ground next to the seat ones.
has a
It's a bed. It's a futon.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
God.
it's like that Amazon futon.
I'm just pointing
that
out.
Actually, you know what it is? That TV in the back, that isn't a TV. It's actually the bed.
I don't believe it's your house.
That's
MSK,
why
until
it's
I hear
always
the smoke
back up
detector
there.
beep. Oh
He
my
folds
God.
the bed out.
I'm just pointing out. I could stream from my bathroom, but I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to see all that. So there you go. I can't stream from my main living room because there's a kitchen in there and a living room and a couch. This is the
Wait.
bigger room in the house.
I don't know if I
Living room,
believe
a
any of
kitchen, and a
that.
couch. Where?
In the,
In the house?
yeah, where?
No,
The house has a
no.
kitchen?
There's a kitchen. You pull
Wait.
his couch out, and there's a kitchen inside of it. It's like a hide-a-bed. It's a hide-a-kitchen.
Yeah, hang on. Can I MSK? I asked Brock a question. I was wondering if you could share my screen real quick.
Sure.
So I asked Grok, how would you describe a man who calls himself Master Swag King, Top G, and Riz Master? And they said, a man who calls himself Master Swag King, Top G, and Riz Master is likely projecting a persona of extreme confidence, charisma, and self-proclaimed social dominance. Terms break down as follows. Master Swag King suggests he sees himself as a supreme authority in style, flair, or coolness, with swag implying a bold, fashionable, and attention-grabbing presence. Top G, popularized by figures like Andrew Tate, it's slang for being the ultimate alpha or gangster, someone at the pinnacle of success, influence, or masculinity in their own view. Riz Master, Riz, short for charisma, indicates he claims exceptional charm, particularly in romantic or social interactions.
Hey, that's 100%
able
true.
to effortlessly attract others. This person likely thrives on bold self-promotion, possibly leading into internet meme culture influencer archetypes. He might be charismatic, performative, or seeking attention through exaggerated self-confidence, but the titles could also mask insecurity or be used ironically. Context matters. On platforms like X, such a name might be a playful brand or a serious attempt to embody a hyper-masculine ideal. Without more data, he's a mix of bravado, charm, and calculated persona building.
I agree with all that.
Well, I guess I have to type this shit. I'm gonna fucking copy and paste.
See, Grok busted the lore. I was automatically projecting my pretend persona onto you guys, and you guys all believed me, and now you're all part of my kingdom. I'm the leader.
Right. I just said, is Master Swag King, Top G, Riz Master black or white? There's no publicly available. Come on. The name itself.
No, Vaughn, tell it to do it in one sentence or one.
First of all, that's a lie. I'm a white person.
You're not.
Oh, fucking hell. Jesus Christ. No, I'm
You barely
transracial.
count as a person.
All right. Is MSK black or white?
I'm literally a white person. I'm transracial.
Oh my god. All right, it doesn't know what race you are, so
like I said earlier, he is of no race. Nobody claims
the show went downhill ever since the bed left. MSK and the bed got into a contract dispute and they broke the character out. I hate every single one of you. All of you are clout chasing, worthless pieces of shit. Fuck all of you.
Yeah, then why are we here?
Good lord.
Walter, can we work on a cartoon together? I'll find us an animator. We got to put this shit together. We got to make an MSK comic book or something. I need an artist.
I want to be called the spectacular.
Someone else is funding that. I'll write it, but I'm being paid to write that shit.
What do you mean? That makes easy.
Oh, I would help
100K. That makes 100K on Kickstarter easy in 2 days.
100K?
This is like.
What the fuck is gonna back that?
No one.
Us? Like the panel?
Yeah, us. Basically the panel and maybe rogues. This could be our answer to Cecil's cash grab, which is just
it would be like it would be the biggest disappointment. The biggest
like
that
would charge you
the inspiration.
Space. It'd be like you wake up one day and you have.
All right, I'll tell you what. We do a two-pager. We literally just print like just the cover. And the inside covers are the book. It's just the front. There's not even credits. Then we might be able to fund it.
Maybe. I think we could make an interesting character out of MSK and his house and the city he lives in. Like, I think there's some really uncomfortable. I mean, look what John Malin did with what was that Robin Hood thing or whatever it was that the God, what was it called?
I don't know.
I can't remember. The book that was like seemingly kind of racist, but it wasn't really racist.
You know what I mean? Black Riding Hood.
Yes, Black Riding Hood.
Okay.
I think we do something like that, but with MSK.
The moment you mentioned a CG
adventures
book,
around town.
I forgot it because, like,
nobody saw that book, dude.
Nobody saw that book. No one read it. No one talked about it.
I got it, but I never read it.
You got it?
Yeah.
I'll read that garbage. Holy fuck. Holy shit. But no, I'm glad everyone had a good day. And keep in mind, everyone, I try to bring you guys the best entertainment on YouTube possible. We're gonna be at 300 episodes eventually, and I have to hire some ladies. So this week coming up on me and Warren show on Friday, I have a lady joining us.
Do
for
a
the first
show
time.
on Friday.
Bring your girlfriend on.
That bitch is retarded. She needs to be deported by ICE. She's literally that stupid. She's literally stupid. She literally has a sub 10 IQ. The bitch is retarded with a capital R.
She's your girlfriend, bro. This ain't nothing on us. That's all.
Nah, I'd probably bang her sister. I'll be honest here. Is that wrong?
I mean, when you say like stuff like that, it doesn't really make you look good, though.
I'm just saying though. Like, if I asked her politely, would it be wrong?
Yes.
Yeah.
It would be incorrect. I would wrong would be a word I would use to describe it. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, if I
Probably
told you
not the
guys
best
some of the
idea.
things that she said to me, your brains would melt. Literally, your brains would leap out of your skull and run.
They would literally melt. They would literally melt.
They would jump out of your skull and run into traffic.
They would literally melt.
Yes.
Yes.
She's literally that dumb.
I only have one, so I mean.
Oh God. Comics. Oh, bye, Sparkle. See you later. Message me later if you want to get some, good. I'm just joking, guys. These are all jokes. All jokes.
Night Sparkles.
My wife goes on stream, so y'all know she is real. What's your excuse, MSK? Wait a minute. I can't really bring girls over.
I gotta get the
house
stripper
won't
on
let
stream.
you.
I gotta get the stripper on stream.
Dude, that lady's
Yes.
folding on stream. There's no way she keeps
No,
that
she
thing in
will
her
not. She will not. No, I
But she
agree.
does-
She will. No, I'm saying I agree. I meant to say she will not keep her composure. Like I agree, she would absolutely fold.
Yeah, she is folding hard.
Yeah.
They all do.
She's not even going to show up.
Oh goodness gracious!
I tried DMing the bartender, but she didn't get back.
Like, oh my goodness, man! The other girl that gave me her contact, I knew she wasn't gonna. She's like, "I'll message you back." I was like, "You're not," but she had pronouns in her bio. I looked at her videos on Instagram for science reasons. I wanted to see what it looked like, but looked pretty good. Her ass was doing some pretty good things.
Right.
She made me touch her. She molested me.
Grab him by the pussy.
Yeah, man. The fucking bartender. She followed her own stuff, and so I was like, "Oh, you stream. You should." I was there with some people. I was gonna try and get her on Rogues, but she didn't respond. Her loss. What if
Yeah. What a fucking cunt. I can't say that word on YouTube.
That's I'm not gonna just insult a woman just because I didn't get. She didn't.
Dude, women gotta understand. We're there. You're like a 7 out of 10. I'm like a 9 out of 10.
That's not even fucking. There's no.
That is
No.
We're like on the same. Like the way we look to them, that's all they're gonna get. We're their standard, and they're like, no, we can do. No, you can't do better.
I'm better than a fucking 7, dickhead.
Oh my
right?
God, you
Look
know
at
what
me.
I mean? Jesus Christ.
Look at
Okay,
me.
you're like an 8.5.
Yeah,
like,
he's the 6. Come on. Don't be so. Don't push him up too much. When
Good
he's
Lord.
of age and his balls drop and he gets some hair on his chest, he might make it to a 7.
I already had that happen. I got 9 inches.
Vaughn, if we get you lifting
No,
some weights,
your
we
own.
can get you to a 7.
All right, so I had a question for the panel.
I've been lifting. I lifted earlier today.
I'll have to say this. So if you guys have had sex with women, obviously, okay? So I'm gonna try and make this metaphor to be censored through YouTube.
Oh my
How do you stop your
gosh.
sprinklers from going off when you're trying to mow the lawn?
I just set the timer outside for a later time of the day. That's all I do. I go on my phone and I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
need to
exactly.
talk right now.
What are you
Boom, done. There
fucking
you go.
talking about, dude?
What does
Yes.
your metaphor even mean?
Yeah, I
And
know.
like,
Are
are
you
you
just
saying,
listening
like,
to it?
how do you not piss yourself when you shaving your pubes? Is that
No,
what
he's
you're
No.
saying no. He's
Yeah,
trying
I
to.
think
He's
that's what
trying
he's
to say.
saying, Lab.
He's trying to say no. Here's
Yeah.
what he's trying to say. Because I got it right away, but it if someone other than MSK was saying it, I'd be like, that's. So what he was trying to basically say is like, how do you not bust so quick? Because he nuts in 2 seconds.
I guess.
Well,
Go
obviously.
with that one.
But
That's what you. Well, then what did you mean?
No, no, I don't
I'm right.
know.
I'm right.
Yes.
No, I'm
So,
right.
the
Yeah.
white
So
man's
you
always
can't even.
right.
No, you can't just admit that.
I
I'm
voted
right.
for Trump for a reason because that's
Well, then,
how,
all right.
What?
That has nothing to do with.
like how if you keep licking the batter.
Oh my god.
the allegory like that you're taking is like
It's just
from
like
here
Hey,
and then there's
X-Men's
one
a
all the
trans
way
allegory
down
now.
there.
So all of us can be trans
Oh.
allegories now.
oh
God.
my god.
What
I'm
do I
losing
want my
brain
trans
cells
superpower to
being
be?
on this fucking show.
I helped him find his wife. He told me he wanted a partner that's supportive, down to earth, and good in bed. So I went on to Bed Bath and Beyond and bought him a feather down pillow. Jesus, God. Good night, Comics Dad. Have a good night, man.
Comics Dad, dude.
Take care of that
Night.
good femboys. I don't have sex with dudes. That's gay. I have sex with women.
Which you've also said is gay in the past. So I mean,
Technically,
you gotta
it depends
figure
on the
which one out.
day. It really just depends on the day.
He's like the
No.
Black Andrew Tate.
I don't think that depends on the day.
Like, if she
I
tries
think
to
it depends
blow
on if
you,
you're like a dude or a woman.
like, if you're trying to game and she's trying to blow you, I'm like, girl, you need to stop. I'll kick you in the face. Like, I don't need to game right now.
Right, because getting a blowjob is a horrible, horrible thing. That's a kick in the
When
face.
I'm in game, I'm in
Horrible.
game. When a woman touched me,
Right.
you might get
when he's
Yeah.
playing his Vigi game.
Yeah.
you might get Mike Tyson.
You and your Brittany
So, yes,
Griner looking women.
It's
Oh, yeah.
only gay if he happens to be playing video games at the time. If he's playing League, then it's gay. If he's not playing League, then it's not gay.
God, man. Well, since we're all we're all comic book guys except for Gray. We have to get him into comic books.
Yeah, start with Phenomenova.
Deal.
We can read the first 10 pages for free, or you can get it on my website.
And you can start off with Lunchbox War and stuff. We gotta get Gray into comic books,
Already
man.
have.
He's always like,
And-
like I know comic books can
MSK's
be
got
for
a few
like.
copies of Phenomenova.
I know
can send you
comic
one.
books are generally for smelly, fat, loser nerds, but Gray, when you're talking to me about comics, you're a Chad. So don't worry. We will make you happy over here.
Well, only in comparison to you, but yeah, that goes without saying.
We did the intros. Fuck off.
No, Gray didn't get his intro. We
Yes,
tried
he
to give
did.
it to him, and then he wasn't there. No,
No.
he wasn't on.
No, he
Yes, he-
wasn't. He wasn't.
I literally
on.
did Gray first, and then I did Warren, and then
No.
Yeah, it
Laps
was a different
came.
time. I talked about my family being in the ground, so we're all good.
Yeah.
There we go.
Good
I-
times.
I literally did Gray first. You guys are fucking with me. I swear. Like,
Well, it's
oh
hard to
my God.
remember. Most of this, it's like in one ear, out the other. There's no sense in like committing any of this to memory.
Hold on. Is this gonna be the future of shopping?
Nobody
This would be
commits this to memory.
Hold
except
on.
for
This would be pretty
EVS.
cool. Imagine if you're going out shopping and your shopping cart has everything ready for you to purchase like this. I don't know the sound. I don't get copyright claimed.
Dude, you'd totally steal that cart though, MSK.
MSK's got 3 of those outside. How do you think he gets to work in the morning?
That's I would never do that. I'm not. Are you saying just because I'm black?
Shopping
I
cart,
steal?
big stick.
He just assumes I'm black so I can make crime, and I don't disagree. That's what most black people do. I do agree.
I like how he
says
says "do crime."
they
Yes,
do a
I
lot
know,
of
right?
crime. I'm just saying they're not.
I'm talking specifically about MSK. Nobody
I
else,
know
and
they
no particular
do
race, just
crime.
MSK.
One day MSK will have an intro
1930s
after.
Batman villain. We're going to do crime.
Yo!
Oh my God! No, I
Dude,
can't do
did-
that on the show. Can't do it. Nope. Okay.
There you go.
So Laps, how you feeling, man? You've had power, so you're good.
Yeah, good.
Okay. Do you need a hug?
No.
Fist bump, bro. See, white power. We could be men in white whenever you come out to visit. We're gonna have a big. I have a studio.
Not gonna happen.
Why can't we be men in white?
There's a lot of layers to this. I think we all need to stop and not think about any of them. Any of
I
the
need to be
layers
more
that can be ascribed to what he's trying to say. Yeah, I know, right? Warren, blaze another one real quick so you can deal with this.
Goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
man.
All right, I'm
Oh,
getting there.
God. There is no topics. We're just dudes talking. We're just dudes having fun. There's topics. That's really homosexual. But speaking of comic books, since we do buy them and read them here, I don't know what's coming out this week. I have to see because I got to do that fucking video. So I got to see what's coming out this week. What have you guys been reading or buying recently?
Vaughn's
recently
comic book
bought?
is the last one I bought.
Technically, yeah, you're right, huh?
What about it?
Look at the middle.
Oh, it's cracked.
Yeah.
That Spider-Man versus Predator came out, I think.
Yes, but
the
you
day-
I did
I
buy
went-
that.
I went to the
Look at
store
it.
today to buy Ultimate Spider-Man 16.
That's it? Oh, okay.
There was a couple other things I bought, but they were like older stuff.
Oh my God. We're all comic book people except for Gray, but it's okay. Gray, we're going to get you into it. I will be the man that you need for comic books. I promise you, my brother.
Right.
I would watch
Yep.
that.
So,
You never know what he might
you
actually
guys
sell
know
you.
all about, my sex life, which is very good, but jokes aside. So, wow. Good Lord. Is he shitting on crickets or something? What's wrong with you? Are you like 5 years old?
Wow.
I'm just
You
gonna
started
get
talking
a.
about your sex life, and the
I'm
crowd,
gonna-
the crickets just came into the room. I don't know what happened.
I mean, I whatever. I have 9 inches and I know how to please women. It's just you just
Look
gotta
at
rub
that
this.
big juicy booty.
Hey, MSK, I'm just letting you know that rulers are actually 12 inches. So you're missing. You're missing.
I'm 3 inches off from the 12. I got 8 to 9. I'm good. I have more than enough to satisfy women, honestly. Okay, so
But if you guys aren't, hang on, I because I'm about to head out.
you're good.
But my book issues 1 and 2 will be out both on my website. But you can sign up for my email list if you guys aren't already, and that'll keep you up to date on everything. But I have it on my website.
Hell yeah.
I'm about to pass out though.
Have a good night,
Honestly,
man.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
so
coming on, dude.
much.
Get some
Whatever
rest, man.
energy I had, MSK dreams. Thank you guys.
Have a good night, man. See you later, dude.
Too.
Yep.
Expect
Peace
some cool
out.
projects from me. I've been writing a ton, so you may not have seen much of me online.
It's fine.
But I have
You're good.
been writing lots of short stories, scripts, all kinds of stuff. So
Hell
see
yeah,
you
man.
guys.
Looking forward to it.
Peace out.
Oh yeah, dude. Later, Vaughn.
Man, that fucking guy is just a cloud chaser. Holy shit. I taught him well.
He's a busy kid.
I
Got
taught
much
him
to
well.
do.
I taught all of you guys well. My sons, I taught you the ways of the cloud. But no, go and subscribe to Vaughn's YouTube channel and do pick up Phenomenova issues 1 and 2. We are going to review issue 1 next Wednesday because Laps wanted a panel show this week with Savage Dad and Warren. So I gave Laps
There you
what he
go.
wanted.
Check out. I wanted to give you more time to read the book. I know it's a little slow for you.
Yeah,
And check out Rebel Oasis. That's Vaughn's publishing company. That's his website. That's where he does his books at rebeloasis.com. You'll find Phenomenova 1 and any links to the current campaigns for Phenomenova 2 are over there on Rebel Oasis.
So you guys know about the whole Diamond distributor Steve Jeppy problem, right? So Alliance Entertainment was going to purchase Diamond, the distributor, who distributes for comic book shops that can't get into like Lunar and Penguin Random House. They were the big mainstay for comic book shop distributors for a very, very long time. Toys, trading cards, Funko Pops, all that stuff. So the update on the story was that Alliance was going to purchase them. Then the deal ended up falling through. They halted it. They actually sued Diamond, won, and then now they're not going to buy them. And Diamond has to file for like Chapter 7 bankruptcy as full liquidation.
Yes!
So Steve Jeppy
I
tried
love
to
it.
basically
I love it.
trick Alliance Entertainment into basically buying the company of some sort of way that wasn't. I guess he was trying to
I
like
love
fudge
this
the
so much.
numbers on how their deal with it wasn't even comic books. Apparently, they were fudging the numbers on how much they were making off of Magic the Gathering because that's one of the most profitable TCGs out there, right? And now with Diamond gone, because people factor in, we have Free Comic Book Day coming up for 2025. Diamond is the one that did Free Comic Book Day. And that's always a loss, just in general. That's a huge loss. But it's a great thing for getting people into, reading comic books for what that is, right? So if Diamond is not going to be the person doing Free Comic Book Day, then does that just fall on the stores to just have Free Comic Book Day and just sell like dollar back issues or whatever to people? Because you're not going to have those like Free Comic Book Day preview books for a lot of the upcoming titles. So what do you guys think?
I mean, there is a bunch of them. Just look at the upcoming stuff. There's a bunch of Free Comic Book Day stuff.
No, yeah, we're gonna have it for this year. But I'm talking like in the future.
Oh,
Like,
in
what
the
do you think
future,
of it?
I have no idea. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
The only thing I could think of is that possibly, like you said, that maybe the store themselves takes it upon themselves.
Mhm.
Maybe some of the bigger stores, do an event or something, have like a deal on back issues, or I don't know, like maybe there's something that's big at the time
Yeah.
that they give you, maybe full runs or something like that. I know the store I go to, so if there's like something that's like 6-issue arcs, when it's done, they'll take them all with like their boards and stuff, and
Mhm.
they'll put them in a bigger thing and they'll sell them for cheaper. So you don't have to pay like $3.99 per issue for all 6. They'll sell it for like $12
Yeah.
if you get all 6
I
of
see
them
that
or
a bit too. It depends on the run though. Like if
Right,
you're
it
looking at
does, it
some of
does.
the older runs
It-
are
it-
really
it does.
popular run. Yeah.
Yes.
And I like that they do that. I think that's a cool idea. But I think, like, to MSK's point, like, this year's already been printed. Free Comic Book Day
Right.
is going on. But like, if Diamond is just gone, the whole reason I go there, like, on that day, is because there's like free books the kids can pick up, and there may be something that I'm interested in. But it's all stuff that like someone bigger in the industry has actually worked on it or put it together kind of specifically for this instance. But you will find that a lot of that stuff does see print, like the Transformers stuff they had for Free Comic Book Day.
Ends up in a trade
That
at some point.
it ended up in the trade and it saw print elsewhere. But it doesn't,
Yeah.
if it isn't there, and if there isn't somebody that swings some weight, like does Skydance or Marvel, any of them, do any of them really care? Are they going to print free books
That's
and
the
just
problem
send them to
too.
the shop?
Right.
They could.
Yeah.
It could be taken upon more by the publishers, I think, which would be the smart thing to do, to say, all right, here's the Free Comic Book Day stuff, and however you get it, be it through Penguin, Random House, whoever, like, we have this as the publisher. We're going to send this out because we want to get people into the stores. But I think that Diamond dying off is actually great news. I'm hoping, and this is the thing, like a lot of comic book stores back in the day completely shot themselves in the foot, because the fact that you can't go and find a comic book at a grocery store, a department store, or even like just a fucking gas station, because they wanted to hoard them in comic book stores, and that Diamond enabled them to do that, means they've cut themselves out of the market, because nobody
A
knows
large
where a comic
market,
book store
right.
is unless you know a comic book fan.
Yeah.
I saw, what was it? Was it Project Analysis is up on Walmart.com, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, dude,
That's pretty cool.
wild.
Yeah.
That is a huge place to be.
Oh, because I wanted to
Good
add
for
to your
them.
point, which is this is what a lot of these companies do now. Is like they run themselves into the ground and they hope that another bigger corporation. I mean, you guys have seen the Saudi stuff. Saudi government's kind of buying up a lot of our stuff, but that's a different story for another day. But you've seen it. Like a lot of these companies get ran into the ground by someone, and then they hope they get bought out by someone else. So at this point now, the comic book people like Marvel and DC or whoever does Free Comic Book Day with all these guys, they've always just relied on Diamond to do it. That means
they have to do it, or nobody does it, and it just
or literally
stops
just
happening.
if they don't do it, the
Right.
stores, do they value Free Comic Book Day to get people in? Like I don't know, honestly.
I mean,
No,
well,
they
it's-
value the fact that it's free.
Yeah,
They're not
Yeah.
going to do it of
Well,
their
it's not
own
free for the
accord.
stores.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it also depends
yeah.
on the publisher. Like DC
Right.
has to pay an artist to make the book, and then is
Yeah.
Lunar going to be
Ooh.
like, well, we normally charge you X amount of dollars to publish a book
Yeah,
to our
exactly.
previous vacancy. Oh, are they going to charge them for this free comic? So this could end up costing more DC more money. So it all depends on what Lunar and Penguin allow them to do. It all
Yeah.
depends on what DC and Marvel and Image want to do. So yeah, it depends a lot on how they're going to work and what those publishers are going to allow them to do. Because if Lunar's all like, we don't care, we're going to charge you, well then
Yeah.
DC's not going to do it.
Yeah.
It just costs them more money.
Because with Diamond basically footing the bill for so long, it basically just kind of had someone else do it for them. I just don't know what it's going to look like. I would imagine it's going to look drastically different. Because if you say Free Comic Book, people really don't think like, okay, you have to factor this in. Anyone who doesn't know the stuff, someone is paying for that. It's just not the publisher doing it, essentially.
Yeah.
You know?
What it might be, it might start turning into free comics or reprinted important comics from the last couple months, so that they've already got the art paid for. They've already done a print run on it. Now you just slap free on the cover and redo it.
Yeah, dude, that would be like do a reprint, slap free comic book day on it and put the first issue of Hush 2 back out for free
Yeah.
comic book day.
Or Ultimate Spider-Man #1 for anyone who hasn't jumped onto it. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like,
that type of
Yeah.
thing would make sense. Like
Yeah.
that, or I always thought, like, at least whenever it was happening, like, back then, I always thought it would be cool if something like how Wizard used to come out and like you would have all the stuff and it
The
would
one
have like,
halves.
right, and then you could have something like your top 4 selling comics. They write like a little side cohesive story, and it comes out in the compendium. Like something along like that, where they could. But that's the thing, like they said, if Diamond's not footing the bill, are any of these things that are categorically losing money on top of being in a comic book store, which most brick and mortar stores, most, not all, are losing money.
Mhm.
What I mean? Like, is that something? And that goes to your point, Savage Dad, because they gotta be like in the places that people go, grocery stores, Walmart, stuff like that. It's gotta be there. It has
Well,
to
I
be.
never would have gotten into it if it wasn't for the fact that I never would have gotten back into it. Like the first comic books I ever had was gorgeous artwork, Jim Starlin's Silver Surfer Warlock Resurrection, because my dad was a big Silver Surfer fan. But like I read it and it was cool, and I had the first 3 or 4 issue miniseries that they did of it. But I was younger and I didn't keep up with it as much. And then I got really into it when I was with my family in Colorado, in like a Ralph's or some grocery store there, and they had this in cap rack of comic books, and I saw the Onslaught kind of crossover scattered through it. And I sat there for like 15 minutes, like looking through. It's like, oh, dude, the X-Men and Spider-Man. Oh shit, the Avengers showed up, and I'm like, this is cool. I want to read this. I want to know more about this. So, started scraping up my allowance money, and I found a comic shop when I got home, and I was able to go and find the back issues and shit like that. But if I didn't see that at a store,
Silver Surfer stuff, like you don't have stuff like this no more, man.
oh, dude, no, you don't.
You know what I mean? Like,
do
and you
not.
just don't, like Ron Mars and Jim Starlin and stuff. Like, oh my goodness,
Oh, dude, yeah.
it's just
What I would give for a Jim Starlin or Ron Mars like fucking Green Lantern Silver Surfer crossover back in the day,
dude.
Oh,
How fun would that have been?
oh
How
my
fun
God,
would that have been?
Fantastic. That would
Guys that know the characters, that like them both and are willing to actually do something with them. I hated whenever they would put people on the that didn't have as much to do with that said character, and it was like, ooh, we're getting this person. Yeah, that's cool, but we need Jim Starlin on Silver Surfer. We need him to do that. Or
not only that, but like those two characters would have blended so well
together.
Which Jim Starlin got Cosmic Marvel like nobody since.
Oh,
Cosmic Marvel died when Jim Starlin stopped writing it.
Stopped writing. Yep.
Yeah, he's gone. And and Ron Mars got how to do a spacefaring adventure like few people did, dude. It was always so good. Both of those guys would have been great.
Yep.
Sorry, yeah,
tangent, MSK.
That's fine. It's one of those things where, goodness gracious, like they fumbled the bag so hard. Now their company is just getting liquidated at this point. Like they had a buyer. All they had to do was just be upfront with what was going on with their business, get bought, and still be around. But nope, that's just how like you gotta understand, like comic books do not make money. You're in this because you like it. That's pretty much how it is. Or unless you do the EVS way, where you just basically do a welfare fund from your fucking simp supporters, honestly.
Yeah, you can be into it or you can run a Ponzi scheme. It's kind of the two options currently available to you.
Yeah, the Death of Diamond it's a big hit for the smaller guys like me and the smaller publishers, but it's the nature of the beast, Now I just have to work harder.
Yeah, because people forget Diamond allowed you to be in their catalog if you were a smaller publisher. Because I think the idea was like, hey, if we let in a bunch of smaller people, that'll get like essentially like more eyes and more people that'll be.
There was a lot of small publishers, like Antarctic Press and along those lines that now have no distribution way into into stores, because Lunar charges $500 per issue to post into the magazine.
Mhm.
So every issue that they have individual. So Ninja High School 200, 198, 199. Each one's going to cost them $500 just to list them in the Lunar magazine. So it's not viable financially for those guys anymore.
Yeah, that like people need to like at least see this from a point of view like we have. It's like that's why you see so many people having drama. It's because there's so little money here that everyone's just basically trying to be a scavenger for every little drop of money they can get. And it's so like if they feel like you're taking away the audience from them, they feel like, hey, I'm not gonna have this line of money coming in. And it's like, I always believe this. If your stuff is good, there will be people buying it. Like, there's a reason why Marvel still reprints Rob Liefeld stuff, because people actually do buy his stuff. Not the hugest fan of his art, but people do buy it.
That's why they
People
reprint tons of stuff.
Yeah, they reprint Jeff Johns.
Well,
and
it's
EVS's
just like people
run
been
all the time.
clamoring for Doctor Doom 2099, and it's finally like Omni's coming out in June. And it's like, if you could just give me Spider-Man 2099, which I got, I was a big fan. Yeah, there you go, the Nightwing one. Yeah, if they give me Punisher 2099 and that and Doctor Doom 2099,
a 2099 compendium, dude. Oh,
yep.
Ooh, fuck
yeah!
They did such great stuff with that.
Yep, I love the Doctor Doom one and the Punisher one.
I never read Fables. I remember the guy sued DC to get his stuff into public domain. I remember that story about that. Unless I'm thinking that's the wrong.
Oh yeah,
let's have the wrong creator on that. But I remember that was him. But no, I haven't read that stuff yet. Hopefully, someday I will after my wife stops eating my ass every single day.
Oh my god!
What just happened? It's the wrong one altogether, but you know what? I'm gonna let it go.
It works.
Because I remember, didn't Marvel try the whole 2099 thing with Spider-Man with Miguel Ojeda?
That was great.
Ghost Rider
it was good. Yeah, Spider-Man 2099 was good. Ghost Rider was interesting. I'm trying to think of like a genuinely crap 2099 character they did.
That first half of the X-Men I didn't care for, but it ended awesome. It ended great. Yeah. And that whole like weird nightclub with Gambit, and like once they got out of that, I thought it ended up being great. But like Doctor Doom 2099 is great all the way through. Punisher's great all the way through. And these are just my opinion. But like and I've always liked Spider-Man 2099, the original run. I thought it was great. I mean, I went out and bought it, and I actually read that thing in like 2 days.
Oh god, I got to get back into my Green Lantern compendium and get that finished. I want to get into this one, which went, I think, back up to full price, but this one, when it was like $35,
I want to get that one. Yeah,
I should have this. It went.
Oh, dang it!
Oh, there it is. Hell yeah!
I'm out of the club. Oh my goodness!
Yes. What happened to Bisley, man? Like he just.
I do remember one part about that story. The part where the gods or whatever don't like him in hell or heaven because he's too annoying, so they just gave him immortality and kicked him out of both. That shit was that's funny as hell.
Dude. Well, dude, I used to every year, like when I first started my channel, I used to do the paramilitary Christmas special every year. I would read it like this, killing Santa Claus hired by the Easter Bunny. Who can't get behind that?
Gray, did you ever like kill the Easter Bunny?
Can't say I have. No.
I've got one for you, Lapsed.
Oh, Batman versus.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yes, that's fantastic.
That's so good, dude.
But don't worry,
John
guys.
Wagner, Alan Grant.
Don't worry, guys. We got a Tom King omnibus coming out later on this year. I'm buying that for all of you guys for your Christmas presents.
That's rude.
I'm not kidding. Hey, man, you can use it as toilet paper. You get 1,000 pages of toilet paper.
I'll use it as kindling. I'll light fires with it.
You better not ever light an omnibus on fire. I'll fly to Arizona and we'll fight in the streets. I'm not doing that.
I'll light a Tom King omnibus on fire.
Oh God, man.
I'll light a cigar with the pages from it.
Goodness gracious. There are any non-superhero comic book recommendations. I find nowadays if I read comics, I gravitate more toward the non-superhero stories. That's
Yeah.
where the indie stuff kind of comes into play, honestly. Now,
Check out a lot of Image stuff.
yeah, Image
Yeah.
Comics is kind of where you want to go with that. I would always
Yeah.
say if you haven't read the Walking Dead comics, I would always,
I mean, do you consider
Read those.
Rook Exodus superheroes?
no.
Not really.
I mean, it's
No.
yeah, and that's fantastic. I
Yeah, it's
love
more
that.
Try
yeah.
I'm glad Labs said that. Try just Ghost Machine. Just try that.
Yeah, they're doing
Man-
some really cool
Yeah.
stuff.
The Goon
A lot
by
of
Eric
things are
Powell.
interesting.
That's
There you
another
go.
good one.
Yeah.
Anything by Eric Powell is a lot of good. He's got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah,
There is
Ghost
the
Machine
one
stuff
about
is
the adventures
cool.
of MSK blow up wife. No.
I
That never
was
happened.
surprised. I really
dude.
like the Ghost Machine Hyde Street. I thought that was a lot of
It was
fun.
the horror anthology one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
the Hyde Street was
I want to
good.
do.
Or it's good.
I want to do an anthology short story book, just MSK short stories. I don't know if we can make a long one out of it, but like just short stories of shit that he does around town someday.
Run a Kickstarter on it.
Oh,
They
what am I
fund
even
it, let's
saying?
Do it.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
I'll just
I
print
am-
3 copies. It'll be super limited.
You guys know I'm fucking just my brain just is a 200 IQ machine. I'm literally playing chess where you guys
I
are
don't
playing
know.
checkers.
That's hold on.
It's
I'm
false.
I'm sitting in a
Wait.
chair.
Like, okay, for anyone, Vin Diesel's outside. All right, so for someone like Walter, and I recommend this to anyone if you want to see like new comic books coming up, or you want to follow titles that aren't superhero related. This is the website that I use for the comic book market watch. It's just League of Comics Geeks. It shows you every single new comic coming out. If you don't want the superhero stuff, you can just scroll down to where like the Image and Dark Horse and IDW stuff are coming out. So I would just use this as a reference for new stuff always coming out. If you're not in the superhero stuff, that's what I would do.
Or you
Personally.
just Google non-superhero books.
So wait,
Yeah.
MSK, somebody else did something and they have a site and that makes you playing chess while we're playing checkers somehow?
Yes.
I don't think he knows
Okay.
what chess or checkers is. He was thinking of Monopoly.
Sometimes when MSK talks, it's like someone's switching a channel. It's all of a sudden just goes from here to here to here.
Oof. And speaking of switching channels, I'm gonna have to jump out here in a minute. I have a stream at 8:30.
Jealous. Just saying, if you got any more room on that stream.
It is a game stream I scheduled earlier today. Jump in on a rumble.
Oh God, I don't know if you guys are watching basketball right now, but there's a fight every single quarter at this point. Every
No,
single
we're
fight.
actually like trying to like talk to each other.
Oh okay.
Yeah, it's LeBron James crying. I mean, that's the only
not
thing I know
yet.
that happens in the NBA today.
Not
so.
yet.
I don't Golden State. I think it was the Rockets. They're getting
Yeah,
real shitty.
Rockets completely ate their ass today. Holy mother of God, that was just destruction. Honestly,
They just came in and said, "Hey, what it tastes like."
literally yes. God, man. Yeah, if the
Oh,
Lakers don't
Lord.
win tonight, they're out. And I told people this: it just put me out of my misery. If don't prolong my. It's like that Hawkeye fucking scene in Endgame. Don't give me hope, please don't. Just
There
don't
will
do
be
it.
no hope.
Yep.
But
It's
you got stuck with LeBron when he should have retired. He came to LA. Like
but he
most
got
washed-up
the 2020
athletes.
title with the whole, dome or whatever that fucking was. Good Lord. But yes, Savage Dad said he did have to leave in about 10 minutes. So, did you want to say anything before you head out?
It's been good hanging out with you guys, talking shit.
I hate
Talking
you. You're a
comics.
cloud
You
chaser.
should do
Fuck
this.
you.
As often as possible here. MSK loves us. He facilitates an arena where we get to come in and
Negro, please.
just
Yeah.
experience him.
This is a every once in a while thing because we usually have our show around this time. So, we have to make
We
sure we're
all
being
have a
productive.
show. Well,
Maybe we can do it without
were
MSK
ready
next
to-
time.
Yeah, you were. Well, I will be getting around to doing my own comic book stuff, much like Laps and Warren as well, on my own channel. That's been sitting in Rumble doing nothing for over a year, just because life exploded at the same time I thought I would do things. So I'll probably get around to doing that, especially if I've got books that MSK doesn't, or that MSK ordered and then was either stolen from his mail or he lost it somewhere in his palatial mansion over there in California.
Dude, we should do Green Lantern, the compendium.
Oh, dude,
I'll go out and
absolutely.
get it. I'll get them.
Yeah, is it still? Let me see. I'm on Amazon right now.
Wait a minute. I didn't say you could do content together. Did you run that by me? Wow.
No, you've got to have a television installed on your wall to be able to form an opinion on it. So,
because he asked me to get the Kyle Rayner compendium, but isn't Kyle Rayner the Green Lantern for losers and nerds?
No, he was awesome.
Kyle Rayner. Yeah, he was he was the torchbearer. He's the single reason that they may have brought back Hal Jordan, but if it wasn't for what they ended up doing with Kyle Rayner, they never would have reignited.
Yeah, the book would have been done. It would have been Dunsky.
Yep, it would have been. Oh, look, there's Hal Jordan again.
Yeah,
his battery. And as soon as his ring ran out of juice in 24 hours, or was it less than that? Shit, now I don't remember how long his. I think it was Kyle's that could go 24 hours.
It's the thing is like people were just sick of seeing the same thing. They were just sick of seeing the same thing. There was really nowhere left to go with Hal Jordan. And whenever you had a Green Lantern, like I said, who was an artist, the constructs that he could do and make were endless, and it was new, and it was actually good.
Yep.
They did falter on a couple of things, but that's for every character, every run. That happens somewhere. But Rayner was very interesting, and they actually put time into it.
Yeah.
So
they spent some time thinking through what he could do. They really leaned into the fact that he was a graphic artist. In all honesty, I don't think it was until they leaned in on him being a graphic artist that we really got to see. Oh damn, what was it? I'm trying to think of. Oh, I'm messing this one up here. It was later on when they kind of brought up that was it earlier? They basically that John Stewart was an architect.
Architect, yes.
But he was a military architect, but they never really they just wrote him like Hal, or at least they did constructs.
Yeah, they wrote him like a Marine Hal.
Yeah, but later they leaned into the architect side of him, and it made John Stewart already like not my favorite Green Lantern, but easily the best Green Lantern at being a Green Lantern. Period. It fits all the things that they need him to be. Creative, willful. He wasn't a law enforcement officer, but he was military, so he understood military and paramilitary kind of structures. Like just the best at being a Green Lantern. But like Kyle, just something about him that just worked. And there's so damn many of them now. It's like, why don't they move Oa to the fucking moon or something? There's so many Earth Green Lanterns.
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous. It's like,
but yes, we should talk the compendium.
Yeah, I just ordered it, so
I never agreed to this.
And the Nightwing one, so
I have to flush it out. I picked these two up used on Amazon.
That's
just
fantastic.
I felt like the compendium needed to really. It doesn't have all of these miniseries in it. Like it's got the Green Lantern stuff around it, and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm gonna want these. And these are first prints that were super cheap, and they've got that glorious old ass newsprint smell that I could get high on. Ooh. I had to pick those up to go with it. But yes, we absolutely do need to review that Lapsed and do some other comic book stuff.
That'd be fun.
We'll keep you in the loop. Let me know when you get it done. I'll probably be trying to finish it up soon myself. But yes, I got to jump off. I said I would be streaming for some friends the Expedition 33 game at least for an hour tonight.
Yep.
So,
dude, I'm about 80% done with the game.
Oh, nothing.
I won't say anything. I won't say nothing. Fantastic.
So damn good.
Fantastic game.
Everyone's saying it. That's all. I hear that. I'm just like, okay, nothing else. I'm gonna play through this. The mechanics is what kind of sold me on it. Just looking at the way the game plays and handles with a
Oh, you haven't
controller.
done it yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
I've installed it.
Oh, dude.
I'm starting tonight. So
if you like role, I won't ruin anything, but if you like role playing games,
oh yeah,
you're gonna love this. The way that the story is integrated with the actual gameplay, there's never in the way that they use their magic / ability system. It's fucking awesome. Awesome.
Sounds great. Well,
before you
go kick that.
Are you free? Are you free Sunday?
Possibly.
Okay,
Sunday
just let me know.
Possibility.
We might be able to like bang each other on Sunday then.
Wow.
No, wait. Yeah.
Guys, I'm gay.
I'm straight.
No, that was the wrong one. That was the wrong one altogether. Yeah, never mind. My sound. There we go.
Gay.
That's what I wanted to say. But it's been a lot of fun. Great, nice seeing you again, my man. We should get on panels with MSK more. Warren,
or without him, either way.
or without him. We'll just drag you on to do something as well.
I never said you could do this. I never approved of all these collabs without me. I'm the kingdom around here.
I want Chloe to collab with me as well. Now that she's out of your basement, we're all going to come hang out. We get her and Miss Sparkles on. All the ladies will come play on my game stream.
Good Lord. How was your day, Chloe? Holy crap. But I'm glad you escaped my basement. This is a lie. Yep. They say this about every single person, not me. This is literally their tactic that they always do. They say it with Laps. They say it with Gray. They say it with Warren.
Well, that's why you don't know about the GOAT stream. So, I mean, we've just...
GOAT stream is just for us.
Yeah, that's our own deal.
I'm totally going to start this now. I'm going to all you guys.
Jeez.
The Sunday GOAT stream.
Yes. Oh, all right, guys. I got to jump out. I got to go get this other stream fired up. I will absolutely be seeing each of you on another stream soon.
Yep, sir. See you later, man. Have a good night, man.
Later, dudes. Night, guys.
Yep, Chloe, that is true. I don't say lies. I'm a truth teller. That's how it works.
Wow. Don't know if it works that way.
And then there was 4. You're the GOAT to MSK. The G just had a different meaning in your case.
So, Warren, I don't know if you've seen like how you guys have been doing Absolute Wonder Woman and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, and you remember the one shot for the Absolute Universe with the Booster Gold and all that stuff? Did you read that?
Yeah, I think I read it on digital.
So I have been complaining for months. Like, where's Booster Gold? Where is he? He's the whole thing that kicked off this whole universe, right? So I ended up getting the Summer of Superman thing, right? And I read it, and at the end they have this little thing in there, and it's like, oh wow, they finally showed something, right? Well, I did not know, because it said continued in these books. So the books we should have been reading is Challengers of the Unknown and New Gods. And I will say this, the New Gods is Ram V. It's like, you either like him or you don't. I didn't like his Detective Comics run. It was just too weird, but I think he fits on New Gods. But Challengers of the Unknown has actually been pretty damn good, and I'm very surprised. Very surprised.
Do they got him in collected?
Not yet. It's only on, I think Challengers is only on issue 5.
The collected editions,
trade.
Those kind of collected editions for those new runs should be out at the earliest August or September, because the Absolute Batman and Wonder Woman Superman Justice League Unlimited first trades are coming out around August or September at this point.
Yeah, so I would guess this one would be like October, because they just hit issue 5 like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But
I've been trying to pick up more trades, so
yeah. So but the Challengers of the Unknown has actually been pretty damn good. I'm surprised. Like I said, I'm surprised. It was something I was never going to read. I just wasn't going to. But then when I saw like that's actually, and it makes sense because if Darkseid like kind of disappeared, wouldn't that throw like the whole New Gods into like chaos since there's only one of him? So it made sense, and they touch on it, and I was, like I said, the New Gods is take it or leave it, but it just sucks that's the stuff that you have to read. Like I was complaining for so long. Like, where the hell is he?
Dude, this is something that I think DC and Marvel should do. So, like a while ago, man, like about at this point now, it's crazy. It was 8 years ago. Walmart and Target had this like deal with DC where they made like 100-page giant books that were essentially like what Shonen Jump books were like back in the day, where you just had basically an amalgamation of characters' story arcs with their respective animes or mangas just play out, you know?
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, so like a Shonen Jump book would basically have Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh, all that stuff, and you'd be able to follow their chapters monthly through Shonen Jump, or you just go buy their stuff in manga or single manga form. DC used to have that with their 100-page giant books, and I think that would be a great thing to bring back now. It's just like have 5 characters and then have like their issues just run monthly, because picking up all this stuff is crazy, man.
It is. No, I look, I usually don't complain about having to spend money on stuff,
I don't mind either. I don't, but
like whenever I picked up books and I wasn't, before I even got the variants and my bill was $99 for one stop, you know what I mean? I was like, damn, dude, like that's kind of ridiculous that I have to pay all this just to keep track of what the hell's going on. And that's not even the mainline universe.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I'm like, damn, because like, are you reading Hush 2 at all? Anybody?
I have the first issue, but I wasn't that impressed.
Okay, so now you've seen it. Is the art in there like some stuff looks like it's Jim Lee and then other stuff just looks weird?
It really didn't look like Jim Lee. It looked like someone trying to draw like Jim Lee, but not doing it very well. Or it's like, this is Jim Lee, but he took half the time that he took to draw the first Hush.
Right,
because this one.
I got the issue 2, right? And there's pages in there that look great. And then there's literal like panels and it looks like, I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
It doesn't look right. It doesn't look right at all. And then you look at like some of the covers, like I got, which was cool because my comic book store was selling variant covers. They had left over for $2. So like, if you look at that cover, that's fantastic. And compared to some of the panels in there, dude, like it don't look right at all.
It kind of threw me off. It almost brought me out of the story a bit. I'm like, well, what's going on in this freaking panel? There's quite a few like that too.
There's a lot in there, yes, and it carries on to book 2, which says drawn by Jim Lee.
Yeah.
So, because I'm gonna start setting up. Well, after I do the second haul I talked about after the show, they're gonna be putting out this trade called the All In Saga, and the point of this is to have you get on like jumping on points and whatever. But the problem with this trade, if people don't actually remember what the All In Saga book actually had for its solicitations, is like, this isn't going to be able to help someone jump into a book. There's no way. I'm going to show you guys right now.
Well, if it's the All In Saga, like how many things does it have to encapsulate? Because
I will
All In
show you right now.
Absolute, which leads back into the regular universe.
And don't worry, Gray. I will explain it all to you because you are my son, and I will.
Gray
take care
doesn't
of
give
you.
a shit right now.
God. So this is dropping this week. 192 pages, retails for $20. It collects Absolute Power issue number 4 because that's the last issue for that. Yeah. If you're gonna do that, why can't you just have all whatever? Just
none of that is the All In Saga. None of that is.
First of all, okay.
Special.
We reviewed the Absolute Power hardcover, and come on, I didn't hate the story. I thought it was whatever. It's wacky, crazy fun. They need to do an omnibus for that. I think that would have been better. But Absolute Power number 4 in the All In Saga makes no real sense because you could have just did the All In special number 1, and you'd be completely fine with that.
No, you could have taken the last 3 pages of Absolute Power, just knowing that
Yeah.
superheroes' powers got taken when they got put back. Some of them have not returned to specific people. They don't know where they've all gone.
Yeah. All you need is
different people or random people have, like Martian Manhunter doesn't have his powers.
Like the
right
All
now.
In Saga was essentially supposed to be, a jumping on point for people with all the new main titles. All the main titles got different writers and artist teams, and you had the absolute characters come in: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. And keep in mind, you don't get absolute Batman, Superman, or Wonder Woman here. You get Batman issue 153, Wonder Woman
wants that?
number 14. That's Tom King's run, and then you have Superman 19. So like all these right here don't really make sense.
Well, Superman 19 does. It does.
That's Russell Williamson's.
It does make sense.
That's the lowest getting the powers. Yeah,
it does. Well, I'm saying it does take off and lead into, I believe, or it takes after Justice League Unlimited, or it leads into Justice League Unlimited. One of the two.
So this is where I'm pretty sure you guys have heard on the internet. Lois gets Kryptonian powers, and that'd be a fallout from Absolute Power and all that shit. So outside of this one, because Wonder Woman issue 14, that's on Tom King's run. I don't know how that would reflect an All In Saga. Like they just put these 2 books here because this is where their All In Saga began. And it's like, if you want people to have a jump on point, because this is supposed to lead into the alternate universe, you should have just threw in the first 3 issues for the Absolute universe.
They should have did the Absolute ones, and they should have did the all-in special, and they should have thrown in the Summer of Superman.
That would be good.
Part.
Yeah.
And that could have gotten you to where, because then you would have known what happened in the all-in special. You would have seen what universe was created, and then you would have seen where it's going, because that's like the last part of the
Superman. Synopsis. If you were to buy this, the Return of the Justice League and the birth of the Absolute Universe, that's the synopsis. So if you read this on Amazon and you bought this going, hey, this is going to give me a preview for Absolute Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, it doesn't. But the book clearly says you will see the birth of the Absolute Universe, and it's like, okay,
they do. That's they show the birth of it, but you don't know what it is, because
even that book doesn't give you a preview of them.
It does, but not
in
the heroes. It tells you that the dark side, like what his portion of that universe is. So you would be asking all of those questions, which don't get answered in any of those books. So like, and it doesn't get answered in any of them. The next time you see freaking Booster Gold is not until
this is just
the Superman thing. And then you hear about it in New Gods, and then Challengers of the Unknown. What they're doing is, since the Absolute Universe got made, and there was that weird rift with Darkseid, all those crystals that went all over the place, they're sending out Challengers of the Unknown to go like inspect them and stuff. And whenever they got there, since they're regular humans and they have no powers, it's starting to affect them, and they're seeing visions of what's going on in the Absolute Universe.
Also, I don't know how they're going to collect this in a trade, because this is a flip book. After you finish the main story, you have the flip book of the dark side stuff. So I don't know if they're just
they'll just do the page. They'll just do the pages. They won't.
Okay,
they're not going to do it backwards.
So like this is fine, and the Superman is fine. This is debatable. I don't know why
that doesn't need to be there.
These 2 are like, what are you doing? That's just trolling at that point.
That's just not a good collection right there. It really is not. It just, I'm being honest. I think
literally,
what they like
I'm being honest,
is that cover, and then having Scott Snyder and Williamson on that cover says, "Look at what we did."
I'll be honest, you guys. Literally, just buy the single issues for the All In Special and JLA Unlimited #1. I just saved you money. And if you want to get the Superman one, just wait for the trade. The trade, just buy the Superman Joshua Williamson, the Scott Campbell one. The 4th trade comes out the last week of May. So you can just binge the first 3 trades right now and then just wait for the 4th one. Because like that's just a waste of money. I mean, it's $20. It doesn't matter. $20 is $20, but it's like you're not even getting your money's worth of what they're trying to sell you in the book. What they're selling you in the book is a load of lies. So. But I did end up banging my wife.
Well, I have to go to bed. I have work. So I appreciate
anything you want to say before we head out? Anything you want to promote?
Hopefully I'll have my script for Hush 2 issues 1 and 2 done by this weekend.
Oh yeah, man.
If I can get it done by
we
this
should-
weekend, then hopefully by next week I'll have at least a video covering the first 2 issues.
Yeah, so we should be seeing you Saturday if you're gonna do the spoiler discussion for Thunderbolts. If you're gonna watch it,
If I go see it, which I probably will because the wife wants to see it,
yeah.
I will.
Same with mine. They just can't stop.
Jesus.
Really? You're taking Dora?
She needs to be deported with ICE. Just saying it right now. That's
He's got to
that's
show him
illegal.
how to get to the movie theater. He's got to find.
Oh my god. But yeah, man, it was great seeing you. I'll see you Saturday then. If you're gonna be on.
All right, guys.
Make sure to give me all your books.
Lauren, as always, Gray.
Always a pleasure, sir.
I feel awful that you didn't get to say
Oh,
much.
no, man. It's always awesome talking to you. And I like hearing somebody informed on the channel. So it's always awesome when you and Warren are here.
This man has the highest.
We're gonna get the
contract.
goat stream together one day. It's gonna.
Oh
Be
yes.
Definitely. What? Oh my god, man.
He said definitely, and then went what?
What?
I pay all these guys good money just for them to leave me and make their own TV network. That's crazy. That's insane. They're
All right,
using
guys.
my money and my influence and my clout to make their own shit. Fucking hell, man.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a
Night,
good one,
MSK.
man.
Oh god. Well, and then now there was just 3. So we lost Vaughn, Savage Dad, and Lapsed. You know? And this would be around the time we do our panel show anyway. So it all is according to my plan and my will. But Gray, you going out this weekend to see Thunderbolts? I'm gonna watch it Thursday. So
I think I am, actually. I wasn't too excited about this, but there's been some buzz that, Marvel's back. I find it hard to believe, but, I guess I'd kind of like to be a part of that, especially if there's going to be a fun in-theater experience. It always kind of heightens a movie if the crowd's actually hyped. So, yeah, I think I'll probably check it out, man.
yeah, I might end up going. So I would have went to my movie theater twice this week, but we're doing the open spoiler alert discussion for Thunderbolts. Potentially the following Saturday, depending what is there, I might go see another movie, but it just depends. Something that's like dumb fun kind of thing, but they don't have like any updated show times now. So I have to see. Let me see. So on Saturday, I can't go. I'm going to the first showing for Thunderbolts at 2:15. I can't go any later than that. I mean, I could risk it at 4:45, but we have to do the Cloud9 podcast at 7, and this movie is 2 hours and 6 minutes. I'd rather just 2 hours, 15 minutes, get the first showing out, get the episode of Full Day of going to the movie theater done, and then do that. And then next Saturday, which is the 10th, they only have a showing for Fight or Flight. That's it. I'll see what else they're playing. I'm going to try and go see maybe Until Dawn or Sinners, but that's what I maybe might
try. Would you want to see Sinners? It's only like an original IP. Yeah, whatever.
I don't.
You wouldn't enjoy it. It's cinema. I know you don't. And this has quite a few in it, so yeah, I know it's scary to you. But yeah, if you get the chance, go see Sinners in IMAX. It's really cool when they change the aspect ratio. But you probably wouldn't appreciate that.
I heard Haley Steinfeld was acting like a thought.
Yeah, kind of.
She was getting handsy with the black guy.
It's Michael B. Jordan, so how could you not? But I understand how excited you are for Fight or Flight. You were really into Trap last year, so yeah, it makes sense that you'd be into this one.
But an M. Night Shyamalan movie? You're fucking with me. Is it?
Not Fight or Flight, but it's got what's his name? Hartnett.
Oh,
Josh
Lord.
Hartnett, yeah.
No more M. Night Shyamalan movies for a while. I'm good. This is an action
I'm
comedy.
not going to be able to watch it till next week, anyways.
Thunderbolts. You're going
I'm
on
going to
Final
watch
Tuesday.
Thunderbolts, and I'm going to go watch Thunderbolts, and I need to watch Sinners.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about Sinners. I'm glad he came out with something really, really good. It also proves that he can make stuff not with Marvel and get people to come and watch it. At least for this one, because he did do the Creed movies too, right? I heard he did those too.
So he did Fruitville Station first, and then the first Creed movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you go end up seeing the re-release of Revenge of the Sith, Gray?
I didn't. I don't know. I wasn't too into the prequel series, but after the sequel series, it seems to hold up a little bit better. But I didn't see it.
Revenge of the Sith. I know people like to shit on Matt Walsh for his pop culture takes because they're just generally pretty like not good and low quality surface level analysis. I don't think he's wrong on Revenge of the Sith. I mean, it is the best prequel movie, but it still has the same flaws the other ones do. The stories.
Yeah, but think about it, man. It's been 20 years. Like when they did those re-releases in the like late 90s, that was like 20 years. It's the same kind of deal. Like those kids grew up on it. They never got a chance to see it in theaters. It came in second at like 25 million over last weekend. So
This
they're
is
going to see
like
it, man.
take your kids to see the Star Wars movie that you saw as a kid. Like I think it's just for the family aspect of just like the experience of, hey, I went to go watch Revenge of the Sith in the theater, which is not a bad experience to have. It's just like, God, that movie is so many problems. But the Disney sequel, the prequels literally divided the fan base too, but it was just because the Disney stuff was so much worse by comparison. People have been like, you know what? Maybe we were too harsh on you. It's like you weren't harsh in the prequels. They're not good.
Coherent plot.
They did.
Yeah, there's a through.
There's a narrative that Anakin's gonna be Darth Vader. That's like it's the most through line of it. It's just so crazy that those were considered not good. I will stand by this. Attack of the Clones is just about as bad as one of those Disney ones. Attack of the Clones is awful. I cannot rewatch that again. That was painful. Holy crap. Phantom Menace, I can do either. Give me on the right day, but Attack of the Clones, God no, fuck that. That movie's trash, honestly. Also, Gray.
It wasn't what I was expecting out of Star Wars. I didn't need to know about trade negotiations and Senate meetings. But that being said, in retrospect, I realize how good it was compared to what we could have gotten. So, fair enough. I appreciate them more these days. I'm good.
I hate sand. God, such great acting. He was rightfully criticized for his bad acting, for hating Christensen. That was not
sorry. I thought you meant the first kid too. Like, I don't know if his hate was. I can't remember the kid from it, but
he portrayed that character. I mean, he portrayed a young Anakin, basically like any other. I found the performance fine. Like, I think it was that bad. I think he performed. Like, if you're looking at it from a tragic villain point of view, you start off as this like hopeful, youthful kid full of wonder. I think he did that job perfectly. That's what a kid would. Every kid has that essentially. If you have a decent upbringing, you have this kind of sense of wonder.
Yeah, Jake remembered his name. The kid who was almost bullied into ending it all because of that portrayal.
Or did Jar Jar get it worse? The guy that portrayed Jar Jar probably had
also
10 times worse.
Almost bullied into ending it all. I gotta say, if they were going Darth Jar Jar, that would have been so hardcore and so badass. I think he failed on that.
Oh God. Did you see the Predator Badlands trailer?
Yeah.
It looks pretty good to me, man. There's some weird tie-ins. I don't know exactly how it's supposed to tie into some of these other ones, but I'm hopeful for it. They could still fuck it up. That you can make a trailer look good, but I don't know. I kind of like it.
I'm excited because it's going to takes place on the Predator home planet. So I'm extremely excited about that.
I love that premise from the third Predator movie. That was a really cool premise.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can recapture that same magic from the third one again. That was a really good plot, honestly.
Yeah, the Predator trailer has fooled me before, but this one looks pretty good.
I got high hopes for it because the guy who's doing it seems to really love the series. Prey was terrible. It was one of the better ones we've had, even though I still love the Robert Rodriguez one. That one, I would think they should have done another one like that. But I'm excited just because it's on an alien planet. It's dealing with a young predator, or what do they call him, Yanches or whatever. A young one of them, and he's trying to prove himself to his clan. And then looks, there's aliens on it, and they're tying it into the Alien franchise with the Wayland Corp Android. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they're going to do with this. We're getting a lot of Predator stuff coming up here in the next year, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I really hope they do it justice. I'm also excited for it, but I'm trying to tamper back the excitement. It would really suck if they like AVP us on this or something.
It would be so terrible.
Good Lord, man. Like, seeing where movies are going, you know what? After tonight, after my epiphany, I'm going to go so hard on content, my whole body is going to just end up exploding from giving out so much quality.
Phrasing, sir. You might want to work on that.
Yeah, we got to stick the landing.
Well, subliminally, when you keep talking about getting so hard that you're going to explode, I don't know. Some might think perhaps you have a hang up or something.
Yeah, we have a great thing going here. We can review movies and television, comics, video games eventually, if we ever get down that road. We have a great lineup of people here, and I give you guys so much clout and recognition. It's just a talent that I have at this point,
Oh yeah, my follower count's got up by like 3 or 4. It's pretty cool.
I know. It's pretty cool. It's weird that it's just MSK's alt accounts, but still,
yeah,
it's nice that he subbed.
Yeah. Goodness gracious, man. What else ended up coming out? The news has been pretty dry recently. People are talking about those James Gunn Superman movie leaks. I mean, movie leaks are either all true or they're all lies, or it's like somewhere in the middle. You had some truth, some lies. I'm not going to entertain those leaks. I'm just going to watch the movie. That's what I'm doing.
Wait, you're saying it's either all true, all lies, or some truth and some lies?
That's how movie leaks usually are.
Wow. You just blew my mind there, sir.
Hey, I have a 200 IQ for a reason here.
What are the leaks saying? Is it bad?
The one that I kind of glanced over, I shouldn't have, but I don't know if it's true. But that's the one that I'm like, okay, that can't be true. Like, they might have pulled a She-Hulk, but I don't think that's true though. I don't know.
She-Hulk's gonna be in it?
No. It's fucking hell. I shouldn't even said anything.
Superman's gonna twerk.
No. He should, but definitely not.
Wait. They're getting Megan Thee Stallion in this one too?
I'd probably rather have that happened. Okay. Is this something to get you guys to go to the theater? Let's go over this one right quickly. Crime 101 will release on February 13th, 2026 in theaters, starring Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Halle Berry, and Barry Keoghan. The thriller follows jewel thieves going around the Pacific coast with a detective hot on their heels.
I mean,
isn't this every single heist movie ever in existence?
Well, it usually doesn't have a Ruffalo, a Barry, and a Keoghan, but sure. What can I say? Based on the brief description, I need to see something awesome in a trailer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see a trailer.
You haven't sold me.
I think Chris Hemsworth can. I've seen some of his stuff outside of the MCU. He's fine. I think he can not around MCU directors.
You think he's fine? We get you.
Halle Berry can be hit or miss. Mark Ruffalo is overrated as fuck.
Barry Keoghan, though, he's in one of your favorite films, Saltburn. Yep. I know you couldn't stop talking about it that year.
I hate you. Fortnite will be returning to iPhones in the US from next week.
Yay.
Finally.
Another Simple Flavor starring Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively is now certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes at 80%.
Yeah.
Isn't this a chick flick?
Well, I know it's not Another Simple Flavor. That's about all I know about it.
Good Lord, man.
Hey, Final Destination, though. That'll be awesome.
Yeah. When is that coming out? Isn't that coming out this week or next week?
The 16th, I want to say. Excuse me, May 9th.
Another movie with Chris Hemsworth in? Is he going to be like The Rock and be in everything? Chris Hemsworth is set to star in Subversion, a new action film directed by Patrick Vollrath, described as Die Hard on a submarine.
Perfect.
That sounds more interesting than the other one.
This
Yeah,
this one I like more than the other one. Yeah, I like.
I love stupid action films, so I'd probably catch that.
Guy
Yes.
Ritchie is
Roadhouse
officially set to
2,
direct
man.
Roadhouse 2.
What?
Finally.
No. Oh wow.
Oh yeah, come on. You gotta have I can't remember either of the characters' names. But yeah, the rematch. Oh, the
Connor.
Clayface one looks pretty awesome though.
Clayface movie. Oh, great. Can't wait till we have
Dude,
that.
it could be awesome.
New look at Courtney B. Vance as Cobra Bubbles in the live-action Lilo and Stitch remake. Yep, he's black. All he needed to be was black.
I did not see Courtney B. Vance as that character, but I bet he'll kill it. That movie is gonna kill it this summer. I think.
Oh,
That's the one
yeah.
to watch.
That's gonna be a bill.
If it's not $1 billion, Disney, you suck ass. Rachel Zegler and Marissa Tomei will star in a new comedy, She Gets It From Me. The film follows a woman's engagement celebration that turns into a search for her pill-popping ex-punk rocker birth mother.
Nope.
That just sounds like a horrible chick flick. Sign me up.
I don't see her as an ex-punk rocker.
Which one's going to be the
Tomei,
ex-punk
but,
rocker?
Well, the mom, so Marissa
Yeah.
Tomei.
Oh, damn it. I thought she
Yeah.
would be... Fuck, man.
You
Marissa
thought
Tomei...
Rachel Zegler would play Marissa Tomei's mom?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Again, Warren, he's the 200 IQ one here.
That's right.
No, we
Sorry.
were all wanting Marissa Tomei to be the daughter searching for the mother. Marissa Tomei is pretty damn attractive. Holy shit. Look at Mr. Terrific. Minecraft memes, no one cares. Did you guys ever watch Shogun? I heard so many good things about the first season of the show.
I heard really good stuff, but I never did get a chance. I don't have
Me
Hulu,
neither.
so I never got a chance to watch it.
I just got Hulu, so my wife's been bugging me to watch it. I hear nothing but good things, just like you guys.
Yeah.
Have yet to start it. I was supposed to last weekend. I chose to not.
Okay. Any other big things here? I never saw Wednesday.
Well, Wednesday too, man. Come on.
Wednesday, yeah. I prefer Tuesdays, honestly.
I know why.
Final Destination. Also, it comes out May 16th. So yeah, early screenings and review
Ooh.
embargoes should be lifting very soon.
I thought it was May 9th. I apparently have the wrong date on that. Oh no,
What
you're
if
right.
Final
May 16th.
Destination? What's it? That's the 7th one. What if Final Destination 7 beats Thunderbolts in the theaters? That would be crazy.
Zero shot, but it could be fun if they don't screw it up. You know, like that's a fun concept. You can't outrun death.
The first trailer for Zach Kreger's Weapons has been released. The film follows a classroom of children who get out of their beds and disappear one night without a trace.
I'm interested. It's the same dude who did Barbarian, if you remember that a few years ago, the Justin
Oh,
Long one.
yeah.
Horror movie that was like underground or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, I saw
It
the
was
trailers
fun.
for it.
Wow.
It was fun.
Thunderbolt
So I do want to see that one.
tracking for
Wow.
175 million plus worldwide on a $180 million budget.
Well,
Wow.
damn. Good for them. I wonder if they're going to write any articles of it didn't recoup back its entire budget the first
They
weekend.
will. They probably will.
I got a feeling they're not going to go that route with it.
Yeah,
No,
so
just
like
variety,
you don't want to piss
Sing
off the
shade at
mouse.
centers.
Brave New World
Yeah,
did
true.
what 190 opening weekend and it still flopped. Like I don't know the budget of Thunderbolts. I would imagine it's somewhere near what Brave New World was, like 180, 200.
No way.
No,
There's
there
no
was
Harrison
no-
Ford in this one.
there
You
was
got to
no
be saving a
reshoots
couple
What?
million.
I mean,
There was no reshoots either. Everything seemed to go pretty smooth with its production.
I haven't
so-
heard any
Yeah.
even if their budget's like 180, if you take in what 700, I would probably put you in the green. You made some profit for the studio. Is it going to hit $700 million? Probably not. But factoring in marketing too, the marketing's going to be at least 100 million or 80. So this got to make a lot of money. I mean, starting off with 175 would be good. I'll say that.
If it is good with word of mouth and no competition until June, I think it stands a pretty good chance of doing better than Captain America if it's good. If what we're hearing is true and the film is a real fun roller coaster ride that is kind of like what the feels that old Marvel feel, I think there's a chance of it going to 500-600 million because I don't think it has much competition when it
but that's,
all the way
to be
to
fair,
June.
that is what we said about Brave New World too. then that didn't do much.
Yeah,
good for
but
it
Brave
either.
New World felt a lot more like a train wreck than what this is. Like this is
Right,
getting
yeah.
a lot more positive buzz. I think it was like a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes. I
Yeah.
haven't heard a bad review yet, like out of all kinds of different sources. So they might have something now that gets people back in there to watch. And if it's as entertaining as they say, I think they could. I think this is going to be not a billion, but it'll probably be 600.
Did you guys ever see the first Now You See Me? I've seen it. The first one. I watched it a very long time, but I know I saw the first
Yeah,
one.
there was like 3
I
of
saw
them.
the
Right there.
first one. I didn't hang on for any of the other ones.
Is this
But,
going to be the fourth one, or is it going to be like a third one?
I think this is the 4th one, and I think
Let me see, because I really don't know.
I think it's the 4th.
sounds right to me, but I don't know.
Nope. Yep, you're right. It's going to be a fourth one.
Yeah.
There were apparently 3 of these currently. I've only ever seen the first one. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool.
Sadly, I think I'm in MSK's camp on this one. I think I only saw the first one. If I saw the
never
second one, I
saw
don't
any-
remember it.
I
never
only saw clips of the 2nd and 3rd one. Like I just watched TikTok clips and stuff. That's it.
Oh God, what happened to you, man? Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Oh God, what a name!
I watched the trailer. I don't know I think if you like those movies, you're probably gonna go watch it. But
Yeah,
I wasn't. I'm just the first one was okay, and I was never got into them.
yeah. First one's fun. That's pretty much it. I guess it's all the movie news that came out, and that's pretty much it. Like weeks, it's been pretty dry, honestly. With all these summer blockbusters coming up, then let's see. First look at Emily Blunt and Benny Safdie's The Smashing
Safdie.
Machine. Also
Yep.
starring
it's-
Dwayne Johnson.
It's a biopic
based-
about an MMA fighter.
Oh,
And it's based on the documentary The Smashing Machine, which is really weird that they're calling
Wait,
it
Emily
the same
Blunt
title.
and The Rock, they were in Jungle Cruise together. They had some pretty good chemistry. So I don't know if it's gonna work
Mask
out.
whack.
Almost unnoticeable. Like, if you could when you go back and go down a little bit farther, that shows The Rock. Yeah, he is almost,
Oh,
you can barely recognize it's him in makeup. He looks a lot like the real dude.
of course it's A24. Of course, only they would do those kind of movies. This is Gray's kind of movie. Austin Butler and Zoe Kravitz and Aaron whatever.
Aronofsky.
You got
Aronofsky's
this.
new film Caught Stealing. Of course, a black
You
person.
see, by
is
that
caught stealing.
title, I would have thought it would be more like your kind of film, MSK. I don't know.
No, I don't support people of that color. Death of a Unicorn, starring Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega, is now available in digital. Wait. That's only been in theaters for like 3 weeks. This barely came out.
I think it's 21 days, which is, I think, what they do for their movies now.
A24.
I heard that one was good. Have any of you guys watched it?
I saw the
Death
trailers.
Unicorn?
I saw the trailers. It didn't
I
look
s-
that bad.
Yeah, I sadly didn't, but I mean, like, everyone in that movie is charismatic, so
Yeah.
I don't know how it would be horrible. A24 usually does some decent shit. So I want to see it, but I guess I'm waiting till streaming now, which is now.
A new Miami Vice movie's in the works. Joseph Kosinski
Why though?
is set to direct with Danny Gilroy writing the script.
They need those franchises.
They're digging into the well for some of these. Holy crap.
Well, there's some nostalgia stuff going on right now, and Hollywood's just kind of grasping. There was talk, I think it was Ben Affleck was talking about how there's an exodus from Hollywood because of the way California is essentially just overtaxing everybody. And so you're going to see more of these productions being done away from the Hollywood system. So I think you're starting to see a lot of Hollywood grasping at nostalgia, trying to get some winners here and there. And it's the movie could be good. I mean, I'd have to see more, but there is a kind of a desperation right now in Hollywood.
Yeah, like, man, when you read some of these announcements that come up from these like accounts on Twitter, it's just like, what? That's getting another thing into it. It's like, man, they do not have faith in themselves to have writers create new IPs. They just don't. They're like,
Yeah.
either we grab something that's already has a fan base, or we just make a remake or reboot of it. That's really all they do.
Well,
sad,
Sinners
obviously.
is kind of a threat to them. I mean, they've kind of disrespectfully handled that movie because that movie was done completely out of the system. It's an original IP, original idea, and it's doing really well. And you even had that one really weird article was just kind of like, well, it didn't make its budget back. Well, no, it made like 3/4 of it in the first night. It's a great, it's doing a great job. It's kind of weird how this stuff is being handled, you know.
Well, that's pretty much it for tonight. We had a great show. Warren and myself basically got straight off work and came doing the show. Tomorrow, I'm going to watch Thunderbolts, and the Cloud9 podcast is at 7:30 with me and Mr. Blanks. And then me and Warren have our show. We're going to have just one topic. There's no comic review. I have the one topic we want to talk about for a while. It's the one that we were going to talk about, but then at the meetup, and he went to his convention that week. So Friday, we have our show, but there'll be a guest that this Friday. It's going to be a lady. So Warren better be on his best behavior. Don't embarrass me.
You're telling me that? But yeah. You better be on your best behavior.
I know how to rizz up the ladies. It's real easy around here. But Saturday, open spoiler discussion for Thunderbolts. And I'm going to try and go see a movie the following Saturday because, some Saturdays I just need to get out of the house and just go see a movie or something dumb fun and just, exist in the life, My mind-blowing epiphany is going to make the channel even better and stronger than what it has become. I've become so powerful. You guys have not even fathomed what I could do with this power yet.
Powerful.
I hate all of you guys. All right. So, Gray, what do you have planned coming up that you would like to let the audience know about?
Yeah, so I was supposed to launch my new show on 420, but people in my family decided to die. They are in the ground now, so I am out of my mourning phase, and I am ready to fully launch this show. So expect to hear more coming up in May. But if you just can't get enough of me, and you need to see me fight the ultimate fight, win the ultimate debate, come on over to YouTube at That Darn Kidda tomorrow night, where the ultimate debate will go down. Pancakes or waffles. Yeah, you can guess which team I'm on. But yeah, we will decide this once and for all of history. So again, that's YouTube at That Darn Kid. I agree about everything. Usually leave amicably, but yeah, not every time. So yeah, if that sounds interesting to you, Thursday nights. Again, YouTube at That Darn Kid. That's about it. Other than that, I got nothing else going on. What about you, Warren? You got anything that you want to announce to this giant audience now that we have this platform?
Well, first of all, waffles for life, and
Exactly.
second of all, I have 2 day jobs, so I've been working sometimes doubles along those lines. But I recently put in my 2 weeks at one of them, and now I will only have a day job. I'll have my evenings free, and hopefully I can start putting more content on my channel here on YouTube, as well as my TikTok, and just keep working on putting out comics. I've been working on issue 4, and I'd like to stream most of that, so now I can get back on track at doing that and not miss as many shows on here and along those lines. So yeah, I'm going to be much more active here coming up. My last day at the other job is on the 15th of next month. So yeah, I'm looking forward for that and just having the one job and more time to entertain and hopefully build up some stuff. So yeah.
Yep. And I do agree. Waffles over pancakes. I'll buy 2 boxes of waffles before I ever buy 2 boxes of pancakes. But I like pancakes too. I like them both. I just prefer waffles.
Boxes? You mean like Eggo versions?
I hate you. What else is there? So we have a lot of stuff coming up. Just want to let everyone know here, anyone that's watched and listened to the shows, I do truly appreciate it. The goal for the show is to hit 300 episodes this year. We're on track to do that pretty early. And then the next milestone we're going to hit, hopefully this year, is maybe pushing into that potential 500 episode range before the end of the year. Probably not going to happen because that's a lot of episodes, but 300 episodes is the initial goal, but getting to 500 is the next goal. And then the big one is obviously 1,000 episodes, which we should hit either late 2026 or early 2027. Man, that would be a lot of episode appearances on this show for you guys. A lot of money you would have made for these episodes. So I've been working on just editing content and getting it uploaded for, this channel and my comic book one. We've been doing comic book reviews, and just to let you guys know, after I did a one-on-one with Sean Stackhouse last night, had another comic book person basically in the wings, basically in the pipeline to do a comic book reviews with. So got another person, a new challenger has approached, honestly. So that's good. It's good. So this week, I'll probably game stream later on tonight. I'm just going to just rest for a little bit and then just play Mastered or whatever, or League, doesn't matter. Cloud9 podcast, MSK show Thursday. Friday, just an MSK show. Saturday, MSK show, potentially game stream. Sunday, Cloud9 podcast. Then we start a week up again. And we'll be getting more comic book reviews out there for you guys and more content, because that's what I do. And the Yu-Gi-Oh channel will be starting very soon. So I still have 3 channels. One for whatever all this is, which is everything. And then one for just, comic books and manga. And then one for just Yu-Gi-Oh, because I love Yu-Gi-Oh that much. But yeah, thank you guys for checking out this episode of the MSK show. And we'll see you guys later. Have a great night, everybody.